We have no idea about Markelle Fultz. Here's how the draft would go right now if you redraft it. Jason Tatum would go first.
Yeah.
Lonzo would probably still go second. Donovan Mitchell would probably go third. You know, De'Aaron Fox, excuse me, not been good. Then, you know, maybe Markkanen is somewhere right there. Dennis Smith.
He would go ahead of Isaac.
Yes.
Isaac Hayes?
But Jonathan Isaac. He would definitely. And he'd go ahead of De'Aaron Fox, I would think.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, probably.
For sure. If you redrafted right now, he
so
would.
Maybe 2 spots.
He'd go up a couple of spots. He would. He'd rise a couple of spots. The guy that would really jump would be Donovan Mitchell, who went 13th, towards the back of the lottery. But Jason Tatum would go first. He's been absolutely.
I got you.
All right,
there we are.
Good talk.
Spirited
Good
basketball talk, guys.
Good talk.
Man, I'm excited.
The Bulls got it done.
And just think, I mean, right now, my mantra is Bulls 2021. I mean, that's what I'm waiting for, right? Bulls 2021? 2020. Really? Maybe sooner, huh?
Now they have to keep this going, right? They got to move.
We are under the bright lights tonight as MLB Network welcomes you to this presentation of Major League Baseball. It's the home opener of this new season between the Chicago White Sox and the Miami Marlins.
He's one of those guys that makes losing okay because he can really kind of rub shoulders with the guys.
Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you into another edition of Major League Baseball coverage on MLB Network. Joined by Dan Plesac, and Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Just like any team, pitching is going to be a key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but if they can pitch like they can, I think this team's going to be pretty successful.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next.
Cleveland Cavaliers are not here for the last 5 years. So if you're not beating the Cleveland Cavaliers, you're really not doing anything.
You're still waiting. You're waiting out LeBron. I'll say White Sox. By 2019, the White Sox should be competitive. So I'll buy what you're selling.
Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci. Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Harold?
Matt, this is a scary lineup. They've got power and they have speed. They score runs in all different ways. They hit the ball in the ballpark.
But that's not happening, Eric. Like, oh, if they were to clear space for LeBron, he'd meet with them. Like, you know what?
And they score on balls in the
Christian Yelich. I actually think he caused dysfunction.
The way they got
now a ball straight fouled into the seats near third.
But it was kind of a one-time weird
wind up and the 0-1. Hard on the ground toward short. Seager has it. Goes in time, and that's out number 1. One away here.
One-time event that allowed them to go out.
The base is empty, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Here's the pitch. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. One out, nobody on. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
Your flowers and dip strawberries are going to arrive together in a beautiful, specially designed box that will keep you.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Kinsler hits the bag at first and heads for second now. Kinsler's going to keep going. He's headed for third. The relay throw, the tag, and he's pulled out, trying to stretch 2 bases into 3. Here's Ryan Braun now. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
They're delicious. Hand dips. Delicious. Strawberries. Oh, my God.
And that's inside and a bit low anyways. It's 2-0.
Wow, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. If you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
Berries, your Valentine is going to love it. 2 weeks away, guys.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Seager is up with it. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox.
7-6, that's our number. Starman in your phone on ESPN 1000.
Here's Billy Hamilton standing in.
Patriots and Tom Brady versus Nick Foles and the Eagles. We've got Golick and Ringo live from Minnesota. Analysis from our team of reporters and our pros in the know. We've got it all covered. Super Week, brought to you by Twin Peaks and Russell Stover Chocolates. Follow Super Week with Chicago's #1 football station, ESPN 1000, and streaming live on the ESPN app.
Find your next new Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Subaru, Cadillac, Mazda, or pre-driven vehicle at HawkAuto.com. Drive what I drive. Drive a Hawk. HawkAuto.com. HawkAuto.com.
He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And this is fouled at the plate. One strike offering now to Hamilton. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Well, they got him in the rocking chair right now. A little change-up, follow up with a fastball, and a little late with that swing. I may go back with another change-up.
And he misses there, 1-2.
I like the high fastball 0-2. Now I know he's sitting 1-2, but you showed him a great fastball. Now he's got to honor that, and you can set him up with anything.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Ooh, and heads up. This is pulled foul.
Then, ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology identifies relevant candidates and instantly alerts them about the
And another foul ball.
That is the fourth foul ball of this AB right here. He's seeing a lot of pitches. Ooh, that was a good pitch to hit. And once that one back, he was just a little bit late.
Hit back toward the mound. Scooped up on the backhand. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. Here's Joe Panic. Right side, hit hard. And that is going to sneak on through into right. It's a one-out single.
If I'm pitching, I got to be shaking my head. That's the last thing I'm thinking is he's...
Increase your confidence and make you look and feel younger, thinner, healthier, and more confident. Not only to your significant other,
here's Corey Seager.
Your boss, and even your family.
Shot fouled over towards the dugout. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. Set to deliver the 0-1. And this one's in the dirt. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make him pay big time.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Therefore, it is Donaldson, and there are 2 away now. Digging in the switch hitter, Jose Ramirez. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Now a move over to first, and he's back in standing. Line towards center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. An inning in the books tonight, still scoreless. Digging in, Josh Donaldson. He'll lead it off against Steven Matz. Into the windup and the pitch. Breaking ball taken right down the middle.
I like that curveball right there. You know he's sitting fastball. He wants to ambush one, jump it right out of the yard. You drop the curveball on it. You got an 0-1 count.
Seager comes up with it. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. So here is Avisail Garcia. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
Well, he's just 2 outs into his major league debut on the mound, and so far he doesn't seem nervous or like he's trying to do too much. That's easier said than done.
Boy, he's lucky to be sitting here 1-1 right now. He swung at the ball out of the zone, then check swung on that one. I don't know if he's seeing the ball very well right now.
Boy, good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
Called strike 2 as he locks him up there. And a wave and a miss on a ball that was way out of the strike zone. There are 2 away now. Here's Brett on keeping this top of the second alive. No contact on the sinker there, and he's behind 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. And he gets him to lift one high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. And Canada will make the catch, and that retires the side. Down in order go the Whitesox. Stepping up now, number 35. He stands in for the first time in this one.
Number 35.
Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
Nope.
And the fastball just a bit up.
1 ball, 1 strike.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. It's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir. 1-2, here it comes. Curveball got him swinging for the first out. Digging in, number 97. This will be his first trip to the plate in this one. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Bottom of the second here with no score. Very weakly on the ground. Throw is not going to be in time to get him, and somehow he's going to wind up with an infield single. Cole Calhoun will stand in now. Here's a look over to first, and he'll get back in standing.
You know how that comes up? A reporter says to LeBron, hey, if you hit free agency, would you talk to the Warriors? And LeBron says,
drilled to first, and a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball.
Got the ground ball he's looking for right there. A hard grounder, but it just wasn't at him.
Guys change things. Guys are allowed to take a better job. Like, I believe that. But that'd be bad. There's some point where you probably have to get around him to share. It's not happening. It's nonsense. Don't even, if they doesn't, you don't have to keep talking about that. Aaron Rodgers is trending great. This is good. He's not happy. He is upset. So he's doing the rounds at Radio Row, and he said that he was surprised by the departure of his quarterback coach.
Number 7 is going to come on as a defensive replacement now as he takes over at first base. And that'll bring up the versatile Jung Ho Gun. Tap down the line. It's a foul ball. Now a throw over. Runner back safely. First and second now, 1 man out. And big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Now that's what a slider's supposed to look like. Great execution. Starts off the plate and makes him reach.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
High fastball right there with a 2-strike count. You know what that might be doing? Setting up the next pitch. Could be that hard slider down and away. Something breaking down and away off the plate.
A swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Try again, 1-2. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away. Ready now, Francisco Mejia, who's all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Comes set, and the 0-1. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Marlon Strand
because of the school, because of the floor.
stepping into the box. Gary Sanchez, 7, 8, 9, bottom of the order set to go here in the third. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball one. Now the pitch. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Boy, that was a good changeup right there. You see how he swung through that ball? Man, he's got him thinking now, because that was clearly an indication he was looking fastball.
The tag, and he is out. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0. Third inning, no score to this point. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up. But that was a nice job of laying off.
Down low, and the clock thickens here, 3-0. Chris Owings will be next. From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. 4 pitches, all takes. Showing a lot of patience here.
And I like that from a guy like him, Matty. He can do a lot of damage on a base pass with his legs. So there's no reason for him to get overly aggressive if he's not getting anything to handle.
I like that. Show him the curveball and then try to sneak that low 90s fastball by him. It's going to look faster coming off the breaking pitch.
And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for route number 2.
Hang with us one more time for Super Week. Go with the window. Live at 5 on ESPN.
Chris Owings stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1.
Really deceptive changeup there. Very well executed. It looks like it just sort of dies when it gets close to the plate.
And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. Mejia finds it. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. 1-2. Ready for another chance? Billy Hamilton. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Billy Hamilton.
Now a step off as they try to get on the same page. Here's the first pitch to him. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1.
Oh, that's one he's going to want back right there. A fastball right in your wheelhouse, and you foul it.
Weekly hit towards first. Now a diving tag as he lays himself out to make the play. What an effort.
Now batting. Second base.
Stepping in and ready for another shot. Joe Pennick, 1 for 1 after a single this first time up. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball here, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out.
Batter number 5, shortstop.
Digging in to try it again, Corey Seager. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. Yelich is there, and it's a very quick inning as the side is retired. Miami. In is Christian Yelich. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th. Tries to go the other way as this is in the air to left field. Number 97 has it, and it's a quick out, number 1.
Up next for the Whitesox.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Ian Kinsler. And recall he doubled his first time through, but was thrown out trying to stretch that into a triple. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Hit to third. Throw on to first. Takes care of Kinsler here for out number 2. Riding in once again, Ryan Braun. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike one. Oh, good spot. On the black for strike two.
He's not messing around this inning. He's attacking the zone. He's showing lots of confidence. He's 0-2 on this hitter after having 2 quick outs. Nice job.
Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
Now a curveball in there. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Down in order go the White Sox. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score.
For the Marlins.
Into the windup and the pitch. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. And he definitely broke the plane there as he went after the pitch inside, and it's strike 2. And this is on the ground for Kinsler at second. Scooped up, and Kinsler will flip it on to first for out number 1.
Now batting.
So striding forward now, number 35 comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Soft liner towards center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Well, he's known for hitting the ball out of the ballpark, but that just shows you how strong he is. He gets jammed, he's able to fight it off and flip it over the infield.
Standing in now, number 97. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. Throw on to first, 2 gone. At the plate, Cole Calhoun, a base hit in his first trip. Good lead off at second there. Now the pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1. Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Third baseman.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2. Never attempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
Well, they haven't had a lot of offense in this game. Right now, though, you got 3 balls here. Maybe this will be the leadoff walk that gets things going for them.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Waiting on it, the left fielder makes the play, 1 away.
The batter, number 7.
Coming to the plate now, number 7. First at bat of the game for him here in the 5th, as he was a late entrant into this one. And that swung on and missed for strike 1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. A wave and a miss, a kick behind a good fastball.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
Seager ranges back, and he has it for out number 2. Here's Brett Gardner now. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ball 1.
I really like how he's getting ahead early in the count. He's pitching aggressively, and what that does, it holds the pitch count down.
Hit out towards second. And that's through for a base hit to make him 1 for 2 in this one. So that 2-out success means Gary Sanchez will get to hit here.
A lot of base hits up the
into the box, Gary Sanchez. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
Breaking his heart, Matt. Breaking his heart. You got 2 quick outs. He's thinking he's going to cruise through this thing.
Players, I think you'll probably see either 1 or 2 of those guys be moved. I think that's just the move for that.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and that's off the left field wall. The runner scores from second, and now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
When this thing left the bat, I thought it had 3-run homer.
Cap-wise, the Bulls are in good shape the next couple of years. Is that right? I mean, is that
written all over it?
Trying to structure this rebuild in the right way.
Marlins have some action in the bullpen now as a right-hander.
It was essentially this year, this trade, they lost a little bit from the top.
A.J. Ramos is going to take over here in inning number 5, so it'll be a bullpen game from here on out. Chris Owings will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Now a fastball. Look out as he has to duck out of harm's way there.
Well, that'll wake everyone up. Anytime you buzz the tower like that, there's reason for people to start getting a little bit edgy.
Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. 1-2, here it comes. Slow roller back to the mound. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Sox get 1 on the arc. And that'll bring up the versatile Jung-Ho Gung. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. Now here's a swing and a high pop-up, drifting into shallow right field. And this will be handled by Kinsler for route number 1.
The catcher, number 30.
In now, Francisco Mejia. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fouled toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats, out of play.
Man, I tell you what, I love how he's pitching right now. He has continued to pound that first pitch for strikes. When you do that, you set yourself up for great success.
Gardner back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
Billy Hamilton.
First offering on its way. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. So he picks on the first pitch here and is able to extend the inning.
Up next for the Marlins.
Here's Joe Panik. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Throw over to the bag and a dive, but he's back in. And now he'll step off quickly and look the runner back. First pitch coming, here it is. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. No runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Ripped down the first base line, but a foul ball, 1-1.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. On the run, this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Boy, Matt, he's in some kind of groove, and they better get something working because he is 1 pitch away from throwing 5 shutout innings.
And now they've got him picked off. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second.
You know the defense wants that play back. They had him totally picked off when he took off early, but they just couldn't finish him off. We'll see if that comes back to bite him here.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate.
Now that's some good hitting. You hear the cliche good hitting, but that is. He fouls off a changeup with 2 strikes. Very difficult to do.
Chases one up the ladder as this is hit in the air to left field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Marlins. In is Christian Yelich. He'll start things out now in the top half of the sixth.
Center fielder.
Swing and a miss, 0-1.
That's a big pitch right there. Now he's got him 0-1. And he still may not be comfortable. Even 0-1, he's still a pretty good hitter when he's down the count. This is a big pitch right here. Well, he got a piece of that breaking ball right there. That's the second one he's seen in a row now, and he fouled that one off. Let's see if he comes back with a third
1 and 2.
3 in a row.
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Ready on 1 and 2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. And he'll step off and try and reset. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
This is just great pitching. They start him off with the slider to get the strike, and then they bust him in with a fastball. I don't know what he's thinking up there, but they really are messing with his mind right now.
Here's a fastball in on the fist, and that'll even things up at 2-2. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. And the slider gets him swinging, 2 gone. Ready for another chance? Ryan Braun. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Seared down the first baseline. And there's his first base hit in this one.
Well, that right there is perfect for taking the ball inside and shooting it the other way. You hear that?
Get the lay of the land here. So yeah, I don't think we'll see a decrease in his production.
In now, Josh Donaldson, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Donaldson awaiting the 1-0. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. On the move is Braun. Pitch inside, the throw way late, and he's in there easily at second. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Now a ball fouled down the right field line out of play, so that'll move the count to 2-2 now. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. White Sox lead 1, but they're up 1-0.
Leading off for the Marlins.
Digging in once again, Corey Seager. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Some action now in the White Sox bullpen. They'll stand up a lefty and a right-hander to throw. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Big tilt on the slider gets a swing and a miss. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more pitch to contact. Obviously, it's working so far. The way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down. Hey, I know you have to protect the strike zone when you get the count of 2 strikes, but for an 0-2 pitch that misses by that much, it's pretty easy for a hitter not to swing at that one.
That's a nice controlled 2-strike approach. You cut your swing down, and all you want to do is see the ball and hit it.
Ready once again, Jose Ramirez. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Brandon Crawford has come into the ballgame now as he takes over as the new 3rd baseman. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this is heading for the seats and out of play to the left.
It's a good deal for him, but you gotta hope he stays healthy.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
Boy, that's a good pitch right there. The old school guys would call that a little bit of chin music up and in. See if he can get him to move off the box a little bit.
Way outside. Nearly to the backstop. 2-1. A runner at first with no outs here. Squared that one up just a little late. Set to deal on 2-2. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Runners on the move for second. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Yelich able to take this one in, and there's your first down. Digging in and looking for more, number 35. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Yeah, Bobby Mark 42 on Twitter. Long-time lead front office guy, NBA insider for ESPN. Thanks, Bobby. Love catching up with you. We'll talk to you soon.
First offering on its way. But swing just got to try and straighten that one out.
But where the Bulls are financially right now and the health of their cap is
before the 0-1, he'll check on first. Runners back. Ready with the 0-1. Swing and a little blooper to center. Yelich comes on now and makes the catch in shallow center for route number 2. Riding in once again, number 97. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired.
You basically spend about 8 hours dissecting the 15 modern era candidates.
Now at the plate, Brandon Crawford. He's newly entered into the ballgame, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7.
Well, he got that first pitch, got him looking right there. With a star hitter like this guy, it is always good to get ahead in the count.
And the changeup just missed the inside corner.
Just missed on that changeup. I like that pitch right there. You got 2 strikes on him. What do you got? That changeup and see if he chases it. That time he laid off.
Ready with the 2-2. Now a check swing, but he does manage to hold up in time ball 3. And now in advance of a big 3-2 pitch, time is called at the plate as he'll press the reset button. Crowd gets up for the 3-2.
Wow, there's so many things that came into that. He made an adjustment, choked up on the bat, couldn't quite get that ball.
Use the promo code
in on him.
To get free delivery. Simply order at Portillos.com or download the Portillos
Looks like
today. Offer is valid now through February 4th. Portillos football.
Left-hander up and throwing now in that marvelous one.
At Meijer, score big when you save on everything to make Sunday super. Frozen pizza and appetizers are violent.
Danny Santana come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out. And that's in there for strike 1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season.
And on February 4th, your weekly act starts on Sunday.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Number 35 in foul ground. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. And here's a ball hit in the air. And that's in there. Base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Oh, he hits a little dying quail behind the infielder. I tell you what, he could.
Stepping in now, Gary Sanchez. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. The 0-1 pitch. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Check the swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. And a bluff move here to first, but it won't draw a throw. Runners at the corners here, nobody out. 1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2.
Wow, really close pitch on 0-2. That just missed, and if he hits that spot right there again, he might get the call next time.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. Number 35 is over, and he's got it for the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
Ready for another shot now, Tim Anderson. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
First and third, you know he's going to do everything he can on the mound to roll up a double play ball. On the other side, he's got to be looking for a mistake up in the zone that he can drive in the air and pick up a sac fly at the very least.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. A shot down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. And now the runner from third scores to give him a very important insurance run. It's a 2-0 ball game. And not in time as the run scores.
Well, that's a big base hit right there. Now you got a 3-run lead. You always play to beat that pitch.
Digging in to try it again, Chris Owings. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. 0-1 count. Here it comes. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. Ready with the 0-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. Number 35 is there for it. And he makes the catch for the second out. Stepping into the box, Christian Yelich. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
That's a great check swing. That's tough to hold up on that pitch. It looks like a fastball, and the slider just breaks away from it. He's held up, though. Strong hands.
Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and the inning will continue. And that'll bring home another as they open it up to a 4-0 advantage now. Into the box now, Ian Kinsler trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. And this is taken outside for ball 1. And that's right there, and we're even at 1.
What a great adjustment. The high fastball in the first one didn't have a good release point. The next one, he's able to put it on the corner, correcting himself as the at-bat goes on. I love it.
Pitch taken there by Kinsler, and he's out in front now. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, late in a game like this, calls that don't go your way can really throw you off when you're on the mound. But you just can't let it happen. His composure is getting a little test right here.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Heading out towards shallow right. Calhoun has a read on it. And that ends the inning. So 3. Danny Santana will stick around as he'll take over in right field.
Now playing right field.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Cole Calhoun. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First delivery to him on the way. Grounded foul off to the right. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Next pitch chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind 0-2 now.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
To right field and way out of here. Look at this thing go. Gone all the way into the upper deck. And that'll bring up the versatile Jung-Ho Gun. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Carl Edwards Jr. will come on out of it.
Looks at the biggest mismatches in Super Bowl history between starting quarterbacks in terms of adjusted yards per attempt. That's a great start.
Now pitching for the White Sox, number 6.
defensive performance.
This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike one. Wind up and the 0-1.
8.4 adjusted yards per attempt.
Shot foul over towards the coaching box.
38 among the 36 passers with 50 or more attempts. Sliding in just below C.J. Duffy, Blaine Gabbert, and Trevor Simmons.
That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
The difference between Brady and Foles.
Ready on 1 and 2.
Which is the 7th largest gap in.
Fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. Stepping in, Francisco Mejia. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
The better quarterback.
Short, hit hard. Anderson picks it up. Throw gets him 2 down. Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Hit out towards second. He'll whip this one first in time, and that ends the inning. So it may be too little too late.
And now they're 1 stop away.
Here's Ryan Braun now. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8. Foul tip into the catcher's glove at strike 1.
And win this thing. I like to get the points, but I think they got a legitimate shot to win it.
It's swung on and hit in the air. Calhoun has a read on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
I think they learned the lesson of the Falcons.
Yeah.
Stepping up now, Josh Donaldson. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out 1. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. 8th inning, 4-1 is our score.
And 538 had a story either earlier this week or late last week that actually said
Ball 1.
Isn't the strong correlation you might imagine between teams blowing out an opponent in the conference title game and then going on to win the Super Bowl? I don't think
smoke toward third. Ramirez is up with it. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Digging in for his second at-bat, Brandon Crawford. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Is our qualifier. There will be another qualifier at 420 during Waddle and City.
And that's in there as well, 0-2 now.
That's a good fastball down the zone. Now, some hitters are good low ball hitters, but that's exactly where you want to be.
And this is popped high in the air toward the left side. Calling for it, Ramirez. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3, go.
I'd say 10 miles east of Rensselaer, Indiana.
Digging in, Joe Penner. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8. Brett Cecil is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Now pitching for Chicago, number 21.
James. One more chance to qualify today and 4 chances to qualify tomorrow. And win another 1,000. We'll be doing
now
this every weekday throughout Feb. That's the way we give back. 20K.
In the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out.
Number 9.
Javier Baez will try and get his club back into it here as he'll pinch hit to lead off the home half of the 8th. Line drive to left. And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first down.
Batter number 5.
Coming to the plate now, Corey Seager. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Lays off 1-0.
Look, Matt, they're down 3 in the 8th inning. Take a pitch, get hit by a pitch. You got to get base runners. Manufacture right now is the time because you only got 6 outs to play.
Bases are empty, 1 man out.
What do you mean put and take?
You go to a house, you go to a hunt club.
Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
Dogs go through, and then the birds get flushed. You know, when you want to get some distance, you don't want to obliterate the bird.
And this pitch is hit foul off to the left and out of play, so the count goes to 2-2 now.
And then you try and
he's ready with the 2-2 pitch.
And
he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
All right, Bill Barnwell will join us for a Super Bowl 52 preview next. We'll go through his great story today.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Now it's swinging a hard-hit grounder.
Don't think of that sound as a receipt being crumpled. Think of it as lost deductions, because every business receipt you lose
the next 3-2.
$5.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Yelich is under it. 2 down.
Notice the counted in loss deductions, unless you've already snapped them with QuickBooks.
Now back.
Digging in the switch hitter, Jose Ramirez. Quickly down to their final 4 outs here tonight. Now a swing and a fly ball. Santana on the move. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning.
Hope for the best.
Javier Baez will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here.
Number 9. Javier Baez.
Danny Santana checks his swing here on the first pitch, and it's 1-0. Wind up, here comes the 1-0. Late that time for a strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball that just misses inside. And the pitch on 2-1. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. At the plate, Gary Sanchez. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Now here's the pitch. Oh, pretty healthy hack that time. It's 1-1. Here it comes. This is popped up. Number 35 is there for it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. Bats here with a double and a triple on his line in this one. This is hit high in the air and pretty deep down the left field line. Number 97 will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So striding in to start the 9th, number 35, and they'll need him to get something going here. Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away. Now batting, number 97. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. In the air to straightaway right. Santana on the move. 2 gone. Now, Cole Calhoun. He homered earlier. Andrew McCutcheon will get to call the pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and bases empty. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seat. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Cecil comes set. Here's the 1-1. Now an off-speed pitch well inside, and it forces him to bounce away from danger. Set, and the 2-1 pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Santana is after it, and he tracks it down. And this ball game is over.
Yeah, it's always disappointing when you don't make the postseason. But at least they got a win here in the season on somewhat of a higher note. Something to hang your hat on when you're on the first tee tomorrow morning.
A 4-1 finish in this evening's game. Tanner Roar earns his first win of the season. Brett Cecil works 2 full innings in relief to record the save, his first of the year. So that's a wrap here tonight. Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, thanking you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Have a great night.
Super Bowl 52 and a big promotion, 20K in 20 days again. That's right, a chance to win $1,000 at 420. Then we'll reveal the grand prize.
Final line score tonight. First for the victorious Whitesox. 4 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base.
And of course, a trip inside Waddle's world.
That is right, Cooper. We get started at 1:45 with Crosstalk.
They left 6 men on bench.
Yeah, we'll see the boys in about 15
Time of the ball
minutes.
game, 2 hours and 55 minutes.
Hotline, we say hello to one of my favorite.
Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
Super Bowl 52, just go to ESPN.com. He's Bill Barnwell, and he joins us on ESPN.com. Hey, Bill, how are you?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Going well. We're getting excited. I love the breakdown. I mean, a comprehensive breakdown. I think we covered just about every X's and O's thing that we could cover going into this game. I found it interesting that, you said Carson Wentz been healthy for this game. You picked the Eagles. You just feel like top to bottom they are a better football team, right?
Obviously, I think it's a very solid team. Tom Brady's great, but Eagles just top to bottom. Rather deep, talented roster, better on both sides. They want to finish. I just think that there's much better defense and offense side with Carson Wentz. It's pretty comparable to what the Patriots can do, but Nick Foles, I have to admit, even if what we saw last year, he was phenomenal against the Vikings. That's pretty skeptical he's going to be that guy in the Super Bowl.
Can I look to both of the lines and say Philadelphia has an advantage?
Yeah, I think the offensive line, I think it's pretty clear. This is an Eagles organization that invests really heavily in that offensive line. And then on the defensive side of the ball, I don't think there's a deeper defensive line in football in terms of the guys they can rotate in off the bench. You can bring in first-round pick and Garrett Barnett and Chris Long, and those are your reserve defensive ends. I mean, that's a legit, set of guys. So I do think, Fletcher Cox can be a guy who could dominate this game. This is a defense that they need to pressure with that front four. They're going to get the Patriots serious trouble.
Nice luxury to have. Bill Barnwell's our guest on ESPN 1000. And the Pats don't do a great job of stopping the run. The Eagles can run the football. I'm assuming we'll see some of the zone stuff, some of the RPO stuff again. Is that the most problematic thing for Belichick, or is this all about, in his mind, stopping Jafford?
I think those RPOs are going to be a serious problem for the Patriots. I think it's going to come down to whether, he thinks, Bill Belichick thinks he can stop the run with his nickel package, with his 5, even 6 defensive back packages. He's going to be able to shut down the run, or if he thinks he can put out the passing game in his best defense, his 4 defensive backs that's going to come in heavily and make times when he's got a field decision, given his talent, given his team himself. I think he's going to come out and make this matchup. I feel like it's very crazy. And the fact that it's trying to flip that and he's trying to push and stop the run, it's going to be tough. I think that there is going to be stop the run and then sort of get him third man and still Nick Foles and particular situations where Nick Foles is going to come up the field. So I don't think we want to be in their base defense, but it all depends on what's happening later in the game. I think the first quarter is going to put a lot of experience on him and go to the rest of the contest.
It's the old Super Bowl for both Belichick and Brady, and I'm sure their Belichick was in there before when he was on Carter's staff. Parcells and Point. Everybody assumes that there's a coaching advantage for the New England Patriots, but are there any numbers? Is there anything in the statistics that we can take a look at or maybe judge this a little bit closer than people would give them credit for?
Yeah, I do think both seasons game management has been excellent during the season, during the postseason. The numbers say a lot of teams have played for it. So there's a ton of success with some guys like demonstrated in fourth and fifth and defeating them. We do play this season and he started and he got that, even he got that yard, he was a side guy back there, but they're happening there. And I think that's going to stay up in the game because even though they're playing underdogs, they're still underdogs. And so you want to kind of take risks when you're underdogs. You want to be more aggressive. You want to go with 24th down. You don't want to, trade shots because you figure you're probably going to lose if you're trading shots back and forth with the Patriots. You got to try something. So I do think it would make sense for them to be a little more aggressive. And Doug Peterson has been maybe the most aggressive coach in the league in terms of doing that this year. So I think that could be an advantage for Philadelphia in some way.
Yurko played with Doug Peterson for a little while. I mean, it's amazing how this has turned out, that he was their second choice after McAdoo. I mean, and look at the success he's having. He looks like he's just got that feel for play calling, and
I mean, these Andy Reid guys seem to do well, Bill, and I keep holding on to this hope as a Bears fan that young Matt Nagy can channel Doug Peterson and Andy Reid. I mean, is he going to be as good at calling plays? I don't know, but I'm so hopeful that Nagy has learned, what some of these other Andy Reid guys have learned along the way.
Yeah, Andy Reid's a great coach. I know that he takes some flack for his record in the postseason, but ask people in the league. I mean, that guy is a winner. He's been winning for better part of almost 2 decades now, and I think that it's a great infrastructure to succeed in. And you think about Philadelphia 3 years ago, they ran Andy Reid out of town. Maybe it was time to go. Maybe he'd been there for too long, but they couldn't wait to see the battle of Andy Reid in Philadelphia. And now look what it is. I mean, it's Howie Roseman who was there with Andy Reid, and it's Doug Peterson who is Andy Reid's protege as far as coaching goes. So you're still feeling a lot of the impact of Andy Reid here in this matchup.
Speaking of coaches, the Belichick guys have never really done well. Andy Reid's guys have, Belichick's guys haven't. I mean, Saban, obviously, at the college level, but I don't know why that is, or if there's an easy way to even start to explain that. He's losing a lot of guys again once this game is over. Vrabel, McDaniels, second go-around. Patricia, who do you think is going to do best, or is it all just about the personnel and where they're going?
It's always tough. I feel like we have a much worse gauge of which coaches are going to actually do well in advance, and I think we perceive it time, including myself. Who would have thought Sean McVay was going to be one of the best coaches in football as a rookie? Teams would have hired him before then, obviously. If I had to pick one person, just thinking about Belichick's story, I would say Josh McDaniels, because you think about Belichick's story, he was so bad in Cleveland and was so difficult to deal with in Cleveland that when he got fired, I mean, there were people. He was a laughing stock. It was, this guy's never going to be a head coach again. He might not even coach in the league again. He's a pro.
Cats being awkward? That's
furniture is the background of our lives, and I want to make it really beautiful. My impression of Menards is that they really have everything there. I can get the sauna tubing, vice grips, and construction adhesive, all the tools I need for whatever task I'm doing. Everything that I make, it is a representation of me.
perfect example of it. So look at it. This nigga is, bro, this nigga is trash. I promise you. I'm trying to hold my cool the whole video, my nigga. Look at this man, bro. Bro, do y'all fuck with? I gotta know. I gotta ask y'all. Do y'all fuck with this man right here? Yes or no? Spam up a W for yes. Spam up an L for no. I have to know. Do y'all fuck with this? This nigga's a school shooter. He's a school shooter. Just make him mad. Y'all fuck with him? I gotta know. How did you lose Corey Raven and let a nigga with fake eyes take you? Did you see that? That's so crazy. That's so crazy. Huh? What did he do? He didn't fuck up. What y'all really collab for real? Like y'all really just collab with each other? No, nothing happened for the camera. Nothing.
Yeah, I'm not exaggerating. This nigga was going crazy. Like, DG actually is trash at basketball. I actually gotta say that straight up. Like, this man actually is trash. So it was like understandable why that man was saying that. And it's like, it was funny, bro. That video was actually funny. You know, this man made McQueen to look out as like a freaking nerd or like a lame type shit. Then called this man a school shooter. That's crazy, bro. Like, this man actually called this man a school shooter. I don't think McQueen look like a school shooter just to be looked out. Like, this man funny as hell. I ain't never thought that somebody would like roast this man like that. This man called this man a school shooter. He said comment L if you think he L. Like, everybody's calling it L. Like, this man just took the big L and put it to the big L on the screen. Like, everybody was agreeing, so he was calling it. But of course, that's his fans. Like, of course, they're gonna do it. But you know, I'm gonna try to be a little unbiased. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm not rolling for him. I rock with McQueen way more than some of them. But I think McQueen's way bolder than most people. But like, I just put that out there. This man, so Illuminati just roasting the hell out of this man. Like, but still, it was just funny overall. I'm glad this nigga actually replied to this man, man.
This nigga Illuminati lost to DG. I know your fans be like, you got your dick lodged all the way down their jaw. That don't mean that I won't roast the hell out of you. There's a lot to roast. You know, and I feel like since people, you know, they got your dick lodged so far down there, so messing with their brain cells so they forget how ugly you really is. I'm about to make a diss song on this nigga, and it's about to be the most fire diss track, and it's about to be the most entertaining diss track. No opposite brings that in. Y'all gonna switch sides.
Saying he's gonna drop a diss track on this nigga Illuminati head. So he wanted to confirm this that he's gonna drop a diss track. He didn't say it was gonna be DG or not. Even though Illuminati technically did roast DG too. I think DG just concerned with this concert he having tonight and not recording it. So maybe after the concert he gonna reply to Illuminati and try to roast him back or take his 1v1 request, because that's another thing Illuminati did. He requested that the only way he's gonna 1v1 DG now is if he bet something big.
If I play DDG, I wanna bet this nigga for something worth it. Yeah, let me collab with your girl or something. You know what I'm saying? Let's bet 10 bands or something. We gotta bet something worth losing, like a real underdog.
You know DG not near going for that. That's probably why he didn't reply. But like, I don't know if DG's scared. He just focused on his concert, man. I'm gonna let DG handle his business. And when he replies, man, I'll make a video about that too, man. But yeah, man, stay tuned for more news, man. The gang, man. The gang guys, thank you for being here first, man. I fuck with every single one of y'all. Go follow me on Instagram and Twitter for updates, man. Face reveal will happen on my Instagram. I don't know when. I'm not gonna tell you guys. It's gonna happen real soon. But I'm just telling you guys, in the future, there's gonna be some freaking pictures of me on there, so you might as well follow me now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, go follow me at Tony Go on Twitter and Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you guys there, and I hope you enjoy. More videos coming out, man.
I love how you dancing on me. Yeah. Look at all you dancing on me. Yeah. But you got me to the back arena. Get back and watch that party.
He's antisocial. He doesn't know what he's doing. He can't inspire players. Took 4 or 5 years, rebuilt his reputation, got that head coaching job again in a stable place in New England, and he's been the best coach possibly in the history of football since then. So Josh McDaniels, kind of a similar story. Denver, got off the hot start, traded Jay Cutler, things were going well, and then it went south very quickly. Fans really turned on him, ownership really turned on him, had a bad reputation, couldn't really get a head coaching job a few years ago, and then went back to where he started, went back to New England, rebuilt his reputation, kind of learned a little bit from his mistakes, which is what coaches do. And now I think it's going to be in a good spot. If they get Andrew Luck back, Chris Howard, I think, is a good general manager. I think they could be in pretty good shape. So I haven't picked anyone off of Belichick's stats over the past year, but they're going to go with McDaniels in the second round.
Will Tom Brady ever start to show his age?
You figured it would have happened by now, right? You guys 40 and he's still doing it. So I still think it's going to come down to an injury. I think it's going to be kind of one of those things similar to that Bernard Pollard hit. He's just going to take a big hit, and it's going to impact things. With Peyton Manning, I guess it was kind of similar, where he had the neck, come back to haunt him, and then it was pretty much downhill from that point forward. I just think, unless something changes, I know the latest thing with Brady's going to get worse. It's not like he's, what he's doing right now relies on his athleticism or relies on his, arm strength. Like, he's still got an arm. He's still a good athlete, but he's not like he's sprinting, out on bootlegs and chucking the ball 45 yards downfield. I mean, he's picking teams apart at the line of scrimmage with his brain and then finding open receivers. And I think he can keep doing that as long as he stays up.
All right, so what percentage does Nick Foles what percentage does he need to be compared to what 2 weeks ago in that NFC title game in order, for the Eagles to kind of keep this thing close and hang around in the game?
I would say a little better than he was. Maybe the second half of the Falcons game, maybe like 40% of what he was in the NFC Championship game, which was, by the way, one of the best offensive performances we've ever seen from a quarterback in the playoffs. I think it's the 8th best passer rating since 2001 for a quarterback, Nick Foles in that game. I think we need to see guys from the second half of the Falcons game where RPOs were working, he was making safe, quick throws, he wasn't putting the ball in risk, he wasn't really in danger of turning the ball over, which you think about the first half of that game, or before halftime, that pass he threw that bounced off Keanu Neal's knees and ended up being a completion. Can't see that happen. You can't have throws like that. But, I think he's going to be okay. I think Patriots defense has some question marks. Pass rush has not always been great. I think they're going to have some success with those RPOs. I think that's going to create some opportunities to maybe push the ball downfield here or there. So I'll be intrigued to see. I mean, I think if he gets off to an okay start, he's going to be fine. But, if he throws an interception in the first quarter, I'd be a little concerned. It could be a game where, it collapses very quickly if Nick Foles can't hold his own.
Enjoy the Super Bowl. You're going Pats by 7, right?
Yep, Pats 27, Eagles 20.
All right. Enjoy the game, Bill. We always love catching up. Thank you.
My pleasure, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, that's Bill Barnwell. And read his story if you want the deep dive on the X's and O's for everything you need to know to get ready for Super Bowl 82. Go ahead.
And I had a 27-21.
Yeah, you have it as a 6-point game right there. But do you know? But you said you weren't sure who you were picking yet.
Not yet, yeah.
But you like that final score.
Yeah, I'm leaning toward Philadelphia.
Okay.
Hey, it's Yurko. No more excuses. It's a new year. It's time to do the things you've been putting off, especially when it comes to taking care of your health. Guys, I got my levels tested at Low T Center. They make it quick. They make it easy. I got my shot today, guys. You'll know your testosterone levels. They'll get checked. Okay, you'll get results in about 20 minutes, and it's even covered by most health insurance. Do yourself a favor this year. Call 312-239-3427. That's 312-239-3427 or online at lowtcenter.com.
Well, you will crosstalk with Waddle and Sylvie coming up next on ESPN 1000.
Waddle and Sylvie hit the road to preview the biggest game of the year. And we're bringing along some extra star power. Steve Mongo McMichael, one of our favorites. Join us tomorrow when we'll be live from Vinny's in Lincoln Park. Mongo will be doing photos and autographs from 4 to 6, and someone's going to win a Mongo signed jersey. Plus, we are celebrating the launch of the new brew from Sam Adams, Sam 76. That's tomorrow from 2 to 6 at the Vinny's Tasting Room in Lincoln Park. Brought to you by our friends at Sam Adams. Please drink responsibly.
When is the best time for a cold? Never. Luckily, Walgreens is right around the corner with the right relief fast. With Walgreens brand cold and flu products, you'll get effective multi-symptom relief you can trust. Swing by your local Walgreens today and start feeling better. Walgreens, trusted since 1901.
When you're ready to trade up from ordinary to extraordinary, visit the Midwest's premier entertainment destination. Four Winds Casinos. Exceptional food, shows, shopping, and fun at Four Winds Casinos. With locations in New Buffalo, Hartford, and Dowagiac. And coming soon, Four Winds South Bend. Visit fourwindscasinos.com and trade up. Four Winds Casinos.
Are you ready for a snow day? At Wilmot Mountain, every day is a snow day. Hey guys, it's Carmen. Take my advice and embrace winter and visit Wilmot Mountain this season. Experience $13 million in renovations and help them celebrate 80 years of winter fun in Wisconsin with the best skiing, snowboarding, and tubing around. Take a lesson, traverse the slopes, cruise down the tubing hill, or simply enjoy a great meal at Walt's Tavern. Trust me, there's something for everyone at Wilmot Mountain. Located just over the Illinois-Wisconsin border, less than an hour from Chicago. Visit WilmotMountain.com.
When a player doesn't like a contract, what do? They hold out? They hold out for a better deal. If only you could do that with your wireless plan, right? Well, with the Bring Your Own Phone plan from Straight Talk Wireless, you can get a much better deal. Keep your phone, your number, even your same network for a lot less than you're paying now, without the contract or the holdout.
Get the Ultimate Unlimited plan for just $55 a month on America's largest, most dependable 4G LTE networks. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart. Savings may vary. Video typically streams at DVD quality. Refer to the latest terms and conditions of service at straighttalk.com.
Why have thousands of ESPN listeners made Chicagoland Men's Health the most popular choice for testosterone therapy? It's simple. Results. The results are real. Their patients lose unwanted body fat, gain lean muscle, enhance their libido, and increase energy levels and performance. Their superior care. You're always under the care of a board-certified licensed medical doctor, never a nurse practitioner or physician's assistant like other clinics. Convenience. Your meds are shipped directly to your home, eliminating the unnecessary and inconvenient weekly office visits that other clinics require. Don't take their word for it. Check them out online. Chicagoland Men's Health is the #1 reviewed testosterone therapy provider in the Chicagoland area. Call 312-888-5655 or visit ChicagolandMen'sHealth.com to see how easy it is to get started. Call 312-888-5655. It's time to look and feel young again. Chicagoland Men's Health, 312-888-5655.
You get such an amazing shave using Dollar Shave razors with their shave butter. They also make stuff for your hair, face, skin, and shower using only the finest premium ingredients. And they deliver it to you. Right now, you can get your first month of the club's best razor, along with travel versions of their shave butter, body cleanser, and butt wipes for just $5. After that, replacement cartridges ship for just a few bucks a month. Get your DSC starter set exclusively at DollarShaveClub.com/Stephen A. That's DollarShaveClub.com/Stephen A.
Why watch the big game at home when you can watch at Dave & Buster's? They've got the perfect setup. The sports bar is filled with huge HD TVs so you won't miss a minute of the action. $5 apps like nachos and spinach dip, and tons of ice-cold beers to choose from. And you can play 4 of the latest and greatest games for free with the purchase of a $10 power card. Get your crew together and no one has to clean up at the only place to watch the games and play the games, Dave & Buster's. See store for details.
Did you know that winter is the best time to waterproof your basement or crawl space? Permaseal will provide you a free estimate and peace of mind. You know who to call. 800-421-SEAL or visit permaseal.net.
Find your next new Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Subaru, Cadillac, Mazda, or pre-driven vehicle at HawkAuto.com. Drive what I drive. Drive a Hawk. HawkAuto.com. HawkAuto.com.
What interest rate would you rather pay on your credit card debt? 17% or less than 6% APR? The answer is obvious. Lightstream. Because with Lightstream, you may be able to consolidate credit card debt and dramatically cut your interest rate to as low as 5.49% APR with AutoPay. Plus, radio listeners get an additional rate discount. Just go to lightstream.com/radio. With average interest rates on credit card debt at 17% APR, Lightstream could save you thousands in interest. And because Lightstream is a division of SunTrust Bank, one of the nation's largest and strongest financial institutions, you can have complete peace of mind. The application takes just minutes, and there are no fees and no pressure. Just lower rates, one low fixed monthly payment, and huge savings. So if you have good to excellent credit, apply today and get a special interest rate discount when you go to lightstream.com/radio. That's lightstream.com/radio. Lightstream.com/radio.
Subject to credit approval. Rates include 0.5% AutoPay discount. Available only use AutoPay Chronicle loan bundle. Terms and conditions apply. Offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com for important information about limits on Lightstream loans.
Sports Center, brought to you by Grand and Western Liquors, serving Chicago for 50-plus years. Carmen and Yurko on ESPN Chicago.
Going down for it.
Get the Tommy Waddles stuff ready, because I don't think Waddles heard it yet. And
I've got it when you guys are ready.
He's wondering if it's actually in reference to him. Of course it is. The guy that's doing the writing is from Chicago.
Was it in reference to like a bad guy?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, then he was.
Thanks to Bobby Marks and Bill Barnwell. The executive producer is Danny Zetterman. Chris Bleck is our associate producer. And Crosstalk is brought to you by Low T. Feeling grumpy, tired, or sluggish? Could be low testosterone. Get your levels checked in less than 10 minutes. Go to lowtcenter.com for more info. So the Blacklist, I don't watch it. I love James Spader. I've heard this is a good show.
I haven't seen it.
Tell me about this show.
Where is it? He's a former
NBC, right?
He's a former.
Oh, it's NBC? NBC?
Isn't he a former criminal that then turns into being like a crime fighter?
I
Right?
think so.
I think he works for the CIA.
I think it's something like that.
It's like, Black Ops kind of thing, something like that. But apparently one of the writers is from Chicago, and then all of a sudden this is in an episode.
FBI. What's this about?
We're looking for this man. This is from 3 days ago.
No, that's not possible.
So you know him. We're conducting a criminal investigation.
His name is Thomas Wattles. He goes by Tommy.
What?
He was a priest in our order, but he was stripped of his clerical title about a year ago.
Do you mind telling us why?
Mr. Wattles violated his oath of celibacy.
Hell yeah, he did.
Yeah, this guy knows Tom real well. I mean,
we have to track down the writer, producer, and find out.
Well, why do I get into a bad guy? Why did you attach my name to a bad
If
guy?
they intentionally did this.
His name is Anthony Sparks. He grew up on the South Side and he went to Whitney Young.
Okay.
I'm trying to find his age. I can't find his age.
Is he on Twitter? See if he's on Twitter where we could tweet him.
And if you find a way to contact him, can you ask him why I had to be a defrocked priest? Isn't that what it is?
I think his name is Thomas Wattles. He goes by Tommy. Mr. Wattles violated his oath of celibacy.
Time for baseball now on the show as we give you a look inside Guaranteed Rate Field in Chicago. Today, it's the home opener for this new season between the New York Yankees and the Chicago White Sox. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci. With that, here's a look at the Yankees' starting lineup. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Harold?
Well, the key to me in this one,
I was so drunk I thought it was the toilet. True story.
I've never done that.
Yeah.
So many people have.
Yep, it was bad.
You ever wet the bed drunk?
No,
Never done that.
I have done.
Have you really? Never wet the bed.
Wet the bed drunk?
No.
I think you guys are liars.
I've thrown up.
I swear to God, listen, I just told you I peed on my desk.
I've thrown up, but not in bed. I've thrown up in the toilet.
Yeah, I've never thrown up in the bed either.
Thrown up
I've always
outside.
made it.
On Dan Marino's rug.
Yeah. I got up. I was
never urinated myself. I could hold my water.
I was so drunk. I remember halfway through thinking, "Am I peeing on my desk?" Went back to bed. Got up in the morning. Thought it was a dream. Picked up a textbook, soaking wet, covered in urine. True story. I was like 20. Yeah.
I did this last weekend. No, I'm sorry.
I pooped the bed last weekend.
Yeah, last weekend. Last weekend. No.
Come on, man.
Man, plenty of situations.
But through a cliche.
Center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
They've never slept well.
Kevin Kiermaier set the plate now as he looks at strike one. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Shaping up to be a pretty nice day for baseball. 69 degrees here at first pitch. In for strike two. Ready on 1 and 2. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And another foul ball. Ready with another 2-2. Another one sent foul. Got caught lunging there as this one's fouled away.
That's 4 foul balls in a row. He's battling, no doubt.
He finally wears him down here as he strikes him out after a 9-pitch at-bat. Now at the plate, Ryan Healy is ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. And a ball 1-0. Just getting started here on the south side in this one. That's wide, 2-0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss at a changeup that has him all kinds of goofed up at the plate. Tough slider that just catches the corner for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, is one to try to initiate contact. But one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
So coming to the plate, Daniel Murphy. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. A cold strike on the inside corner. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously an important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does. He really spotted that pitch.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Yelich is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So a rather pedestrian start.
After being named head coach, and maybe he's a flip-flop.
Coming to the plate now, Danny Santana. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Right fielder, Danny Santana.
Well, this Yankee ball club entering
This will be Super Bowl. This is 8 for him with the Patriots.
play this afternoon here, Harold. They'll look to make it 3 straight here as they come in on the heels of 2 straight wins.
Well, Matt, I really like their pitching staff. I think the key to this game is clearly falls on their shoulders. They throw off-speed pitches for strikes, and then mix the pitch as well. I think if they do that, they got a chance to win. Well, when you lead off an inning, you become the leadoff guy. Get on any way you can. And right there, that little infield single, as innocent as it might look, might start a rally for them. Do anything you can to get on.
Number 7 stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1.
Now that is power. You want to challenge me? I'm giving my big swing. That was the big swing right there. I loved it.
Bounce towards the mound. This will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. And there he goes towards second. This is low. The throw down. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
I think coming into this series, they knew he was one of the guys that were going to have to keep quiet. But he's setting the tone right here in the first with the steal of second. He could end up being a big factor.
No one out with a runner at second. Hit hard on the ground to second. Loved by Murphy. Quick out number 1. Here's Brian Braun now. First trip to the plate for him in this one, and it's a good RBI spot, too. Leadoff man at third with 1 down. Hard hit ball to second. Backhanded. Only play will be the first as we'll see our first run score here as this is a 1-0 ball game. In is Christian Yelich. They'll try and start things over now with the bases empty and 2 away following the RBI ground ball. Tomas has a read on it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side.
I think if you, I'm not
Here's Mark Trumbo now. He'll begin things here against Dallas Keuchel. Here's the pitch. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level.
I sense the palpable tension, even though
he just ramps up, and here's the fastball by him. 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
Now Now that's some good hitting. You hear the cliche good hitting, but that is. He fouls off a changeup with 2 strikes. Very difficult to do.
Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Santana is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Here's Yasmani Tomas. He's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Boy, he juked him out of his shoes with that changeup.
Louis Riddick said it's the best football documentary he's ever seen.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, yeah, really?
He looks like he's toying with him here. It's 0-2.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
Just a touch outside, 1-2.
I'm going to tell you this, and I know I'm going to
Comes back with the cut fastball for strike 3 called, and there are 2 down. Now to the plate, Neil Walker. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
I'm almost shaking my head up here, Matt. Another pitch right down the middle. Now, early in the game, he's getting away with it. But if he wants to have any length in this game at all, he's going to have to get the ball.
He's out. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. Here's Todd Frazier now. He'll lead it off against Johnny Cueto.
Designated hitter.
Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through for a hit. So with that, the White Sox put their leadoff hitter aboard to start the inning.
That's what you call going to the plate with a game plan. 0-0 count, looking for a fastball, and it's right back up the middle. Great execution.
Alex Avila is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. 0-1, here it comes. He couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane of the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike.
Yep, he's in a car accident.
From the belt, kicks and deals. And he gets him to lift one high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Gonzalez, stay with it as he backs up and puts it away, 1 gone. Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. Here's a 2-seamer inside to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
Didn't catch the corner there, but you can see he was trying to jam him with that running action on that 2-seam fastball.
Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1.
A Mandarin would be the, if you were going to have your young son, thank you, learn a language. Yep. Mandarin is good. Yeah.
And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2.
6 months ago, I would have thought it was impossible to get first down.
Starting to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And there's ball 4 as this one gets away a bit. So 2 men are on with 1 man out. And that'll bring in the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. 1-0 good guys as we play inning number 2. And then this is 1-1.
There is some criticism over giving us the second round pick.
1-1 offering on its way to Kinsler. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. From the stretch. Hit in the air to left field. Tomas has a play. 2 gone. Now batting, Brandon Crawford, who's all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball 1.
Hey, that's a classic piece of pitching right there. You have to back hitters away from the plate to make them a little bit uncomfortable. Now, you can go inside or outside. I like that.
1-1.
Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Well, he's got himself in a little bit of a jam, but I tell you what, he does as good a job as anybody. First and second, 2 outs. Now watch out. He pitches on the corners and tries to get himself out of it.
But he is in there, and they can't get him at second. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Hey, this is exactly what you do with the scrappy 9-hitter. It's almost like another leadoff guy. He battled himself right back into the bat now. With 2 outs, he's got a chance to go ahead and drive in a couple of runs.
And here's the pitch taken by Crawford for a ball. 3-1. He'll step out at the plate and reassess things here. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. 3-2 now.
Oh, he got the big fella out front on that one. This guy's got a lot of power, so he pulled the string on him, knowing if he got a 3-1 fastball, we're probably going to watch him jog around the base.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this will land foul.
Man, I like the last 2 pitches. The changeup and then the fastball. He's late with the swing on the fastball right there. You got him in between right now, and that's an advantage to the pitcher.
Throw on to first, and the White Sox come up with nothing as the inning is over. Back at Guaranteed Rate Field on the south side as we get a nice look at the Chicago skyline from above the shores of Lake Michigan.
Shortstop, Marwin Gonzalez.
Marwin Gonzalez is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 count. Here it comes. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Line drive to center field. That's a hit. The first of the game for the Yankees.
That's a strong hitter right there. Slider in on his hands, and he still is able to muscle it out far enough for a base hit.
And this will be fouled away. The 0-1 pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
And I want to say Doncic. What's his name?
And he pops it up, drifting just beyond the infield. And this will be handled by Kinsler for route number 1. In is Gerardo Parra, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. On the corner at the knees, 0-1. Runners on first with 1 down.
What about the brother from
Looks at a changeup right over the middle.
Well, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
The 0-2 home. And a fastball just a bit high.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
Ball 2.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. Now in the box, Kevin Kiermaier. 0 for 1 here in the early going. He misses inside with that one. Ball 1. Ready with the 1-0. And here's a ball hit in the air. And Avila will make the catch, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on soft. Digging in to try it again, Danny Santana. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. And, oh, he can't get out of the way of that one. So the leadoff man will be on to open the frame. Digging in for his second at-bat, number 7. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time.
Well, the first 2 pitches are interesting. Both away from the left-hander. Will he bust him back in and challenge him? It's going to be a good at-bat to watch.
From the stretch. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Kiermaier is going to get back, and he'll put this one away on the warning track for the first out.
Left fielder number 8, Ryan Braun.
Coming to the plate now, Ryan Braun. 0 for 1 with a run batted in thus far. Pitch outside, the throw. Way late, and he's in there easily at second.
Hey, it's almost impossible to throw a base run.
I'm bringing some Colonel Rossi and some Pepsi. Yeah, you go. Bring
1-0 delivery. Hit hard down the right field line, but that's a foul ball. 1-1, here it comes. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Here's another 1-2. Now a swing and a fly ball. Parra is after it, but this will wind up being a foul ball.
That was the 4th foul ball in this at-bat. He is really making him work.
Inside and hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, I got to give advantage to hitter in this AB, man. He's seen a lot of pitches. He's sitting 2-2. Anytime you've seen this many pitches, you now have him measured really well.
The 2-2 one more time. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Jimenez has a play, and that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Christian Yelich. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. In the dirt here. And no advance. It's ball 1. 2 out here and a runner in second. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. Ready with 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Now, a mid-90s fastball is no joke, and that's proof right there. He threw it right by him.
And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Working for the punch out and the offering. Again, he sends it out of play. Runner goes. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to put this one away. Good reactions there. Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1. Here's the pitch.
At the party, this isn't stuff with
and a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul.
This is stuff that will happen at ESPN 1000. Tom Waddle, big game party.
1 and 2.
Well, we've got 2 portfolios that comes together. Perfect for the weekend.
1 and 2, here it comes. And here's a ball hit in the air. Santana is going to get there.
My basketball.
One away.
To a level where you could actually dunk it. Yeah. So
here's Daniel Murphy now. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Slapped hard the opposite way. And that'll get by and on through towards the wall. He's around first, heading for 2. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Yeah, Matt, you can't fault the outfielder too much either. The line drive was hit right at him, and I think it took a minute to gauge where it was going. So I think he misjudged it a bit. The end result, the ball gets down, and the hitter is standing at second base with a solid double.
Mark Trumbo swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1.
I'll do it. I'll make it 9 feet. How are we going to know that it's 9 feet?
Fastball called for strike 2.
Well, that's a high fastball in the low 90s. That is a dangerous, dangerous pitch right there. He got away with one. The guy took the pitch. Maybe he's just measuring him up. I wouldn't come back with that.
1 ball.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
And you can't dunk a ball in 9 feet.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. So striding in is Manny Tomas, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And he gets ahead 0-1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And misses badly on a pitch down in the dirt. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway.
Tell you what, I'm already taking inventory in the 4th inning here, Matt. His secondary pitch has really been effective. He's used it well. He's getting a lot of good results from it. I just wonder if they're going to make an adjustment as the game continues.
And this will be taken in out there by Kinsler, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Yankees. They trail this one.
You just were lying about something yesterday.
Ready for another chance? Todd Frazier, a base hit in his first trip. And that misses for ball 1. And he was wind up. Here comes the 1-0. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
I never smoked in my life, ever.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Back goes Kiermaier. Out of here to the deepest part of the yard. Here's the catcher, Alex Avila. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. This is line to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
He just sports that ball off the wall, and now the question will be, should he have continued on or not?
Know what Twisted knows or any others, but I know a well-made with
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. And he is out on the tag. And the recovery won't be in time as he'll beat the throw to first. Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
Tried to stay back on the changeup there, but this is chopped foul at home plate. Misses, ball 2. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one.
Well, he's out in front of that changeup. I'll tell you what, he had to honor the fastball. The fastball, the pitch before, back to the changeup. That's a great combination.
And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2. Neither guy giving in. Here's the next one. Takes this the other way to right. Hara is there, 2 down. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Up next for Chicago.
So there are 2 gone now in the White Sox 4th. And stepping in, the slip fielding shortstop, Brandon Crawford. Cut fastball inside, ball one. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball, 1-1. 1-1 home now to Crawford. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Now a foul typical place, and you can hear that one ring off the catcher's mask as he stays alive. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is over. But for the Sox, a run here in the inning. Here's Neil Walker. He's in to get.
Right? I've never heard
nobody ever sued hookah company.
All right, here we go now. Here comes
I did hookah one time at a Turkish restaurant somewhere. Like,
I was with my wife and another couple, and I swear to God, I had to run outside.
Things going here in inning number 5. Tim Anderson is into the ball game as a defensive replacement. He'll be the new shortstop here
for the White Sox. Now playing shortstop, number 7.
Pitch on the way. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1.
I said when you were a kid.
No, never.
You were smoking a cigar when you were 16, 18.
And a neck-high fastball that time.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
That was a good pitch to hit. He wants that one back. He was just a little bit late on it.
Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Santana has a play, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
Digging in the switch hitter, Marwin Gonzalez. He singled his last time up. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back.
One of them is Clark can't dunk on an 8.5-foot rate. 8.5 on guarantee. Oh, well, we'll do that as a problem.
Wind up and the 0-1. There's one well above the zone for a ball.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back the zone.
On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting.
Stepping up to the plate, A.J. Jimenez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Drilled to first. He's got it. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over.
It's going to be a Sunday afternoon.
Riding in once again, Danny Santana. He'll lead things off as we begin the home 5th. This ball sliced the opposite way, but it'll get into the seats deep in left and foul. The 0-1 on its way. But a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
Here comes another 0-2. And a fastball just a bit up.
So the point is like you think that makes all the difference in the world. Come on, Tom.
Foul back.
Pretty significant.
Swing, and I believe this one is going to find the seats as well. It does, so quite a battle here as it remains 1-2. Here he comes again, 1-2. Towards second. Throw on to first, in time, 1 away.
Now batting, number 7.
Digging in once again, number 7. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. In there, strike 1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Hit hard on the ground at first. Played on the backhand. The tag, and he is out.
up at Binny's and Lincoln Park.
Here's Ryan Braun now. He's got an RBI despite an 0-for-2 effort to this point. Swing and a liner, but foul. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Matt, he's thrown 2 pitches right down the middle and got away with them. I don't think he should go back there again. He's got to locate a little bit better if he wants to put him away. This guy's too good a hitter.
2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over.
Nick Friedel at 4. Paul Burmeister used to work with
Ready for another chance? Gerardo Parra. He'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6. Now an off-speed pitch well inside, and it forces him to bounce away from danger.
That was a changeup, so there really wasn't any intent behind it. Looked to me like it just slipped out of his hand a little bit. That'll happen sometimes because of the grip of that straight changeup.
Well, this offense finds themselves struggling right now, and they're down a few runs. They got to try to manufacture, get somebody on, maybe hit and run, and then you look for the big ball. Looks like right now everybody's swinging for the downs. They got to turn it around a little bit, play a little small ball, get it going.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
So tough to lay off that pitch he just missed on. That's a sweeping slider. You got 2 strikes on it. That ball just continues to move, and he laid it off.
Now a ball hit high down the left field line, but back in amongst the spectators. Foul. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down. Riding in once again, Kevin Kiermaier. 0-for-2 on his line thus far. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
And Braun will handle this one for route number 2. Digging in once again, Ryan Healy. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Off the plate and away there, 1 ball, no strikes.
Look, Matt, he's done a nice job getting those first 2 outs. I mean, look, this is a good hitting team. And now you got the 2-hitter coming to the middle of the order. But you can limit the damage by getting those first 2 outs. I think he's limited the damage so far this season.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there on the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent with fluid today.
Well, Matt, they've all seen him at this point. Clearly, they're not picking him up much better. You see the swing on that pitch right there? Nasty.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning.
From Coyne College in Chicago. Coyne's been training the Chicago
Step
since 1899. The demand for HVAC technicians will increase 16% by 2024. Attend day or evening classes
in and ready for
Chicago and get the skills you need to get ahead. Stop by the State Street campus or visit CoyneCollege.edu today.
This ball will be chopped foul. Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a contact kind of guy. And obviously, it's working so far. The way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
Ready on 1-2. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Well, he went for the big swing. He ends up getting a swinging bunt. He couldn't have rolled the ball any better. Starts off the inning. Here we go. We're off the fly on leadoff single.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Back goes Kiermaier. At the track, the wall. And it's gone. Digging in.
Kelly, Ryan, who do you like in the big game?
Oh, man, you bet against Tom Brady?
And looking for more.
You're the goat of lending, and he's the goat of quarterback.
I saw this meme the other day.
Will Smith.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Yankees. Number 13.
And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
It was at the Superdome, and that was his rookie year, I believe. And so I didn't like Tom Brady for many years.
No outs, nobody on.
So I'm going to pull for Tom Brady on this one. But
tell you, people don't really probably care about my Super Bowl picks. They care about what I do for moments of
Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Parra is there, makes the play, one away. Ready once again, Josh Donaldson comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. The pitch. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. Throw gets him, 2 down. Ready for another shot now. Ian Kinsler. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Starting to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. 1-1.
That's that controversial pitch right there. It's in the zone, should be called a strike by the book, but it's not a strike in baseball, not in the big leagues.
And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1.
It's at a new lower price of $129. You save $20.
He's falling behind now, 3-1.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage.
And here's Tomas to make the catch, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. 2 in the inning for the Sox.
Again, visit ChicagolandMen'sHealth.com for more details.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Daniel Murphy. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1.
And ZipRecruiter can help you get there.
Hard hit ball to second. And a self-defense move there at second as he tried to knock it down, but that gets on by him. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly. So striding in, Martin Humbo, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. And some stirring now in the White Sox bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him.
Well, the leadoff man getting on right there, Matt.
Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/GoBlackhawks.
They are sprawling.
ZipRecruiter.com/GoBlackhawks.
Hello,
the 0-1 pitch.
This is Jim Nance. A true
swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
And Sylvie on ESPN.
A runner at first with no outs here. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you can do with that slider breaking down it unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
And that misses 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a little blooper to center. Kinsler onto the grass. He makes the play. A fine running catch to get the first out of the inning. Here's Yasmani Tomas. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. First pitch on its way. And now a walk has been called here as he came to the plate too quickly. And you can forget about that double play now as the runner moves into scoring position with 1 away.
So you're not eligible to win. No, you're not. Once during Ringo and Golick, another time during Kaplan Company.
Getting a few steps off the second there. Now the pitch. There's a fastball right over the inside corner.
Well, Matt, we talk about first pitch strike, right? Look, it's not great what he's been doing, but he's over 60% of the time. First pitch is going to be a strike. So that's a nice little nugget to have for your starting pitcher.
And he misses with it, 1-1. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-2 now.
Can Carmen DeFalco dunk a basketball on an 8.5-foot basketball ring?
And this is fouled back and out of play.
I'm still skeptical. I mean, listen, you know, it's not all that. Go ahead. Turn it back to you.
Now another 1-2. And a neck-high fastball that time.
And it's late in his afternoon of work, and the longer this at bat goes, the better chance of him making a mistake. But as the guy starts to tire, the more likely to leave the ball up. Man, he's been good so far.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Neil Walker is on deck.
I know everyone thinks they're a superhero.
We had this conversation last summer, and I tried it.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. Digging in the switch hitter, Neil Walker. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Walker.
First offering on its way. Grounded back up the middle. Anderson scoops it up. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. The Yanks lead 1.
I thought I was going to be able to,
Digging in, Tim Anderson. He's newly entered into the ball game, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
and that little tiny ball doesn't have to.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
Over the rim to actually dunk it.
2-0 count, and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Sure took a healthy hack that time.
Yeah, and I don't understand that approach at all, man. He's not really known for having a whole lot of pop in his bat, but he is known for.
Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him. So he'll head down to first on the hit by pitch.
Right fielder.
Danny Santana is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike.
I like the aggressiveness, Matt. He hits the batter, then he comes right back with the fastball and says, dare you to hit it. I'm coming after you.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. A wave and a miss. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's really thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
A shot down the first baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. The next 0-2. There we go. Pitch is high. The throw.
Hey, this catcher's not known for his throwing.
That's the closest I ever. Well, is that what's the rule of karma? Like, does it have to be?
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
He's got to forcefully bring it down and,
digging in to try it again. Number 7. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
I mean, it's not like he can go up and kind of throw. I'm not asking you. I'm saying though, it doesn't have to be a clean dunk. Well, I mean, what's the definition of clean dunk? Like I just said, like a clean dunk is when you dunk and it hits no rim. Like only your fingers hit the rim and the ball goes straight through. I'm not going to give him the, you get it up there and it rattles around and then ultimately goes,
Avisail Garcia will get a chance with the runner in scoring position here as he'll pinch hit now with 1 away. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Catch made in straightaway center as the runner tags for second. The tag at third, and they got him. A double play, and very quickly here, the side is retired. So they breeze through this half of the inning. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The White Sox lead it 4-0. Avisail Garcia will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base. David Robertson will come on in relief as he'll make his 2nd appearance of the season so far.
Yeah, Giants is taller than you. It's not like, I gotta say, it's not like Carm moves around with grace. That's true. None of us do. That's my point. Yeah, but like Carm kind of. But you say he's more of a lumbering figure? I would say he's not getting the Alex Carrera treatment where he's getting rubbed down and the flexibility and pliability is there for Carm. He doesn't give me that type of confidence. So Tom Brady's on the name, half a rim, and be willing to say yes. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think he has the hops to get up there. I don't know if he has the athletic skill, seeing his age and all of that, to actually dunk it while jumping. You know what I mean? Like, I have a feeling it's going to be a missed dunk. Yeah, you like have the ball is going to go.
Didi Gregorius is going to be after.
Number 18, Didi Gregorius.
Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stand. Here it comes, 0-2. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball.
Here are some of the props that I favorited from earlier today. Not checked anyway. You can email us.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will not. Just slicing foul at the very last moment. So close to extra bases. And the knuckle curve freezes him as he becomes out number 1. So coming to the plate, A.J. Jimenez. Stephen Vogt move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning. And this pitch is up and in as he backs away. It's ball 1. Bases are empty, one man out.
Even money, who poops first? You're going Braxton.
Squared that one up just a little late. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swing, and he popped him up over in foul territory back behind third. And that'll take care of the pinch hitter here for route number 2.
Oh, prop bet. Who breaks the seal first?
Digging in now. He's set. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. One strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Takes a pitch high and away for ball 1.
I favored it. Prop bet from Waters Party. Over under 6.5.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Now a ball hit sharply toward third. Right at the third baseman, and that'll Didi Gregorius will stay in the ball game as a new shortstop. Stephen Vogt
Send me to my room if I start to act up. Over under of 2.5 times.
Will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out. Mike Morin will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign. Sliced hard but foul. Look out over there. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Chopped weakly to the left. Taken by Walker. And a good throw gets him 1 gone. At the plate, Christian Yelich.
Archie Greco will be wearing a shirt that you would most likely see him in a club. That's minus 190. Yeah.
Christian Yelich.
Very clubby, smooth party, button-down shirt. Yes. Plus, whatever, how many buttons will he be down? Like, he goes 3? At least 2. At least 2. You're not counting the top button. No. So I've got 2. Yeah. Some shirts don't. No, you count the top buttons. So that's 1, and that's 2. Over under 5.5 text messages that your show checkers, even though everyone will be at the
From the stretch, here's the pitch. 1-0. Fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Over under 1.5 Billy Tokyo mentions.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch.
Inside.
And that misses 2-1.
Over under 2 glasses of wine before Sylvie starts raving about Schwarber's off-season transformation.
This is popped up. Gregorius is there for it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting.
Over under 3.
Now to the plate, Todd Frazier. Already a pair of long balls on his line in this one, so we'll see what else he has in store here. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Sylvie says, quote, I hope Trubisky looks that good. Yeah.
And there's ball 1.
So there you go. Those are some of the samples. What did I hashtag it again? Water party foul.
And a slider on the inside for strike 1.
And if you want to lean on the bullpen,
here's the 1-2 delivery. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats and left. 2 out, nobody on.
I'll tweet out protesting for that as well. That's fair to say that you don't want to.
And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3.
We'll give you details on all of it coming up next.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. 0-1, here it comes. And he lays off for ball 1.
Auburn Corporation of Marvin Windows and Doors. Since 1913, Auburn has been supplying windows and doors.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Fly ball out toward left center field. Yelich is after it. He gets there and makes the play for the first down. Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Now here's a swing and a high pop-up, drifting into shallow right field. And will settle under this one for out number 2.
Up next for the Yankees, second baseman, Daniel Murphy.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. He's set and the pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. The 0-1 on its way. Fastball that time is nowhere close, and it's even at 1-1.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark them here.
Slides down the left side, but foul. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. And he won't go after the cut fastball. 2-2. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. 1 strike from a shutout. Here it comes. Cutter, and it doesn't make it back. 3-2. Set. Here's the 3-2. Just hung in there on that one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Payoff pitch one more time. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here.
He's just fouling them off so he gets something he wants to hit. That was the 5th foul ball in this at-bat. He's seeing a lot of pitches.
Swing and a line drive, but foul. This is indeed a battle. The 11th pitch coming up. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. Braun is there, makes the catch, and the ball game is over.
Well, this season didn't go the way they wanted to go, that's for sure. But at least they ended on a win. I'm sure there'll be a lot of adjustments between now and spring training, so we'll just have to wait to see what these guys look like then.
4-0 the score this afternoon. Dallas Keuchel takes the win on the mound, his 2nd of the year. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com.
Final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Whitesox. 4 runs on 6 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Yankees, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. The winning pitcher is Dallas Keuchel. His record is now 2-0. The loss goes to Johnny Cueto. He falls to 1-1. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 37 minutes. Our paid attendance at Guaranteed Rate Field this afternoon, 40,615. The White Sox thank you for attention and encourage you to buckle up and drive home safely.
Progressive's named your price tool. Tell us what you want to pay, and we help you find coverage options that fit your budget. And now, the mood is right. Wait, the lights are back on. Trudy, can you? And now it's completely dark. Let's face it, if you're worried about balding, your confidence is probably receding faster than your hairline. Having hair can increase your confidence and make you look and feel younger, thinner, healthier, and more attractive. Not only to your significant other, but also to your clients, your boss, and even your family. Now there's a completely non-surgical solution for thinning hair. Restore PRP. It's a simple treatment that uses your body's platelet-rich plasma to spark hair growth and thicken your existing hair. It's quick, easy, and affordable, and it gets results. You can even do it on your lunch break. Restore PRP means no surgery, no pills, and no more worrying about balding. Do what Brian Urlacher, Ryan Sandberg, Deion Sanders, and more than 10,000 other guys have done. Call Restore. Just text Brian to 41411. That's Brian to 41411. Text Brian to 41411. Or visit RestoreHair.com. Waddle and Sylvie on ESPN Chicago.
They always do the halftime show where we features the press conference after the Super Bowl. Justin Timberlake is meeting the media. We're dealing with a process that you could get at one time. It was, what was it? I'm pretty sure it was 100 to 1 that there would be an in-sync because people are bringing up when Bulls gave up a second-round pick for $3.5 million. I don't find those two things intertwined. I couldn't criticize them for selling a second-round pick when you get nothing back for the organization, except money for the owner. And you trade a second-round pick in a true basketball trade. So we'll see. I like that they're going to get a middle of the first round pick. And they're going to lose more games. It's a two-pronged thumbs up. Two thumbs up. I'll tweet out the poll question. Are you like the deal the Bulls made? You give a thumbs up or thumbs down. 333-3776. Brady Quinn's going to join us next. Talk some Super Bowl. And don't forget 420. 20 pins, 20 days, your chance to qualify for $1,000. All brought to you by Great Clips and It's Just One. Waddle and Sully going commercial free next on ESPN 1000.
Michael, if you're coming up Friday, our last day live in Minneapolis, we'll have Marcus Mariota, Sean Payton, and more joining. Come hang with us one more time for Super Week. Go with the window. Live at 5 on ESPN 1000.
Get ready for the big game with Buffalo Wild Wings. Speed's takeout and party menu has everything you need to throw a great party, featuring wings, shareables, and more favorites. Visit BuffaloWildWings.com to place your order. Then head to your local Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sport.
Rating apply.
Hi, I'm Bo Jackson. For years, I was a king of both football and baseball. But now that I'm getting older, my body is starting to slow down. That's because after the age of 40, your body produces less than testosterone, making it harder to get in shape. Thankfully, I found Alpha King from Force Factor.
And now, every man in America can claim a complimentary bottle of Alpha King by texting GIANT to 809-809. Force Factor was recently named GNC's Breakout Brand of the Year, and Alpha King is their latest scientific innovation. It contains an exclusive new male vitality ingredient to help boost free testosterone, delivering more energy and more lean muscle during workouts. Soon, everyone will notice the new you.
I couldn't believe the results I achieved with Alpha King. I feel like a new man, and you can too.
If you're ready to work your game, claim a complimentary bottle by texting GIANT to 809-809. That's GIANT to 809-809.
Hi, I'm Ron Kelly with thehomerunexpert.com. What does it mean to be one of the few FHA direct endorsed lenders in the nation? It means we're going to offer a great product called the FHA Streamline Refinance. With the Streamline, you're able to lower your rate and your payment with minimal paperwork, no appraisal, and we cover all the costs. If you have an FHA loan, 5 minutes could save you $500 a month. You can call us 7 days a week till 10 p.m. or apply online at thehomerunexpert.com.
Hi, Davey and Stoker, brought to you by Wilmot Mountain. Now for epic family. Ski, board, shoes, and embrace winter all season long at Wilmot Mountain. Located just over the Illinois-Wisconsin border. Visit WilmotMountain.com. You can be pretty confident that any day at the mountains is time well spent these days. Miles of boom runs await, and you can even get a touch of fresh snow. Layer up and you'll stay warmer for a longer day of quality runs this weekend. You get a chance to sneak in some of those runs before the weekend. You can't go wrong either. For Wilmot, you'll ride the 23 trails at every run open. They'll take it until 10 o'clock tonight. Cascade staying in full operation, as we mentioned. Machine Groom, Patch Powder Snow, day and night skiing, Granite Peak the same at 74 runs. In the UP, Big Snow Resort, checking out 13 trails. Over to Michigan, where Boyne Mountain has 45 runs and nighttime skiing. Crystal Mountain with 57 trails. On to Colorado, where Crested Buttes picked up new snow in the last week. 88 runs are open. More at snowcountry.com. I'm Andy Davis for ESPN 1000.
Your new Menards store in Vernon Hills is now hiring for all positions. We're looking for hardworking, helpful, and friendly team members to join our team. Menards offers excellent pay, benefits, and flexible scheduling. Full and part-time positions are available. Come on into the new Menards store in Vernon Hills, located at 1860 Milwaukee Avenue between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday to apply.
Save big money at Menards.
Find your next new Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Subaru, Cadillac, Mazda, or pre-driven vehicle at HawkAuto.com. Drive what I drive. Drive a Hawk. HawkAuto.com.
HawkAuto.com.
Are you at home, but you kind of wish you weren't? And you should really stick around the house because of reasons?
Jimmy, no baseball in the house.
That's why Buffalo Wild Wings has a new online ordering experience. So when your kid brings home a stray dog, that's actually a coyote, a rabid one. For whatever reason, life requires you to stay put. Get takeout with our new online ordering experience and be where you have to be. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports. Availability may vary.
When a player doesn't like a contract, what do? They hold out? They hold out for a better deal. If only you could do that with your wireless plan, right? Well, with the Bring Your Own Phone plan from Straight Talk Wireless, you can get a much better deal. Keep your phone, your number, even your same network for a lot less than you're paying now without the contract or the holdout.
Get the ultimate unlimited plan for just $55 a month on America's largest, most dependable 4G LTE networks. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart. Savings may vary. Video typically streams at DVD quality. Refer to the latest terms and conditions of service at straighttalk.com.
Live from the State Street Studios, this is Chicago's #1 football station, ESPN 1000, and the ESPN app. WMVP AM Chicago.
And this hour is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity is the largest gig speed network serving more homes than anyone else. Call, click, or visit an Xfinity store today to experience all Xfinity has to offer.
Waddle and Sylvie, afternoons from 2 to 6 on ESPN Chicago.
It's freezing out here in Minneapolis.
That was Gronk.
Mindianapolis, did he say? A mix between Minneapolis and Indianapolis?
Has he been taken out of concussion protocol?
I believe
It's freezing out here in Minneapolis.
Minneapolis. And it's creepy, too. It's creepy-napolis.
It's freezing out here in Minneapolis.
Minneapolis. So he's like a mini-Annapolis.
Gronk wants to catch football.
Annapolis is in Maryland, right? Annapolis, Maryland?
Correct.
He's in Annapolis.
Yeah.
It's freezing
I will tell you this.
out here in Minneapolis.
Minneapolis. If you do the deep dive of your own into the deep dive that is Bill Barnwell's Super Bowl 52 preview.
You better get your scuba gear on. You better get a big oxygen tank.
It's great work, but it is one of the lengthiest previews I've ever seen. But in there, some tremendous points, and one is that the Eagles, as dynamic as their defense has been this year, they have struggled to defend tight ends at times. So Gronk, as he does all the time, going to play a big role in this game.
Yeah.
But they've proven in the past they don't need Gronk
They
to
don't
win.
need him.
He did not participate Super Bowl 51, and he didn't participate the second half of the AFC title game this year, which again it just amplifies the brilliance that is Tom Brady and the Patriots in general.
You know, so a lot of times when you have 2 weeks and you're previewing this game forever, like, all right, I'm kind of Super Bowled out. I'm excited for the game. I mean,
that too. I think it's going to be a good competitive game.
Yeah, and like we were going through some of the numbers about, like, Bill Belichick's team has never scored a touchdown in the first quarter.
Never scored a point.
A point in the first quarter.
Never scored a point in the first quarter.
And that every game has been decided by a touchdown or less.
Right.
And like the biggest margin of victory was last year when an overtime touchdown decided it. So you could argue that one was even the closest of them all.
Because they had to score 2 touchdowns and two two-point conversions in the fourth quarter to actually get that to overtime.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It's going to be
just
good.
to watch Cap's heart break, I mean, it hurt me. I giggled, then I found, myself feeling sympathetic for him as he was so jazzed about the Falcons. And then don't you remember at the end he said, well, I bet on the Patriots. Don't you remember that?
Yes. Is he going to flip like that this year? I took a picture of him today wearing a dog mask. This guy I don't even think Cap likes Philadelphia, the city. He's not an Eagles fan. He just dislikes the Patriots so much. And his son roots for the Patriots. His son Brett roots for the Patriots. But he dislikes them so much that he got an Eagles sweatshirt, he got the dog mask, and then he got the visor that Doug Peterson.
Our next guest could actually probably understand the lunacy that is a fan that is not rooting for something but rooting against something. Because there are a lot of people like Cat that will tell you, I don't care who's playing Notre Dame, I'm rooting for them.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So
Duke
he's that
basketball,
guy.
Notre Dame football.
Cat's that guy.
Now the Patriots, yeah. Brady Quinn, one of our favorites, joins us right now on ESPN 1000, Waddle and Sylvie. Hi, Brady.
Waddle and Sylvia, what's up, guys? Always a pleasure to be on.
Yeah, great to talk to you. We love the knowledge as always. Tell us about what Waddle was talking about. We have so many guys here at the station and listeners in Chicago who are conditioned to hate because they're successful. How much did you experience the hate at Notre Dame simply because people hated Notre Dame?
A ton. I mean, I became a polarizing figure just because I was the quarterback there. And you either love or hate Notre Dame. You either love or hate the Yankees. Growing up in a northwest suburb of Columbus, Ohio, I kind of sided with a lot of the Cleveland professional sports teams. So I was a Cavs fan. So guess who I hated really early on in my childhood, watching my Cavs get beat by a Chicago Bulls team led by Michael Jordan for a long time. So, for me, as great as Michael Jordan was, as fun as it was to watch him, you hated it because he was ruining any chances the Cavs had of winning an NBA championship. So it kind of comes along with the territory, I think, for a lot of the teams that have the tradition and the history of certain places. I mean, Dallas is another one of those teams in the NFL. You can definitely make the case for the New England Patriots being that team this year.
Brady, when you take a step back and you look at what the Patriots have been able to do under the direction of Bill Belichick and with Tom Brady at quarterback, they're the eighth time Tom Brady will play in a Super Bowl, looking for his sixth Super Bowl ring, something that no player has ever done. And you look at it in kind of the confines of a salary cap era. What do you say about what the Patriots have done over the last 15 to 20 years?
Well, that's what's been most remarkable, right, is the fact that you're in salary cap era. You're in the era of free agency, so you can't keep these teams together for very long and be able to kind of sustain the continuity that you'd like to on your roster. Then you couple that with the fact that think about how many coordinators they've lost. I mean, they lose my former head coach at Notre Dame, Charlie Weiss, who's their offensive coordinator. They lose Eric Mangini. They lose Romeo Crennel. They lose Josh McDaniels. They get him back. They're going to lose him again. They lose Matt Patricia, Bill O'Brien. I mean, think about that. Like all the different people who go into game planning, who go into putting together what the players are going to have to execute on Sundays. Those guys that have been interchangeable too, but the two constants have been Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, and I think that's one of the things that's been most remarkable, and it's the fact that also, Tom Brady, 3 Super Bowls he won at the beginning of his career. Now he's 40, and he's about ready to win another Super Bowl with 6. So, you look at the beginning, at the end, like the consistent high level of play the whole time. I mean, that to me is what's mind-boggling about it, is what those two have been able to do the past, 16, 17 years, whatever it's been, and be able to do it at such a high level.
About to win his 6th. So are you calling it now, the Patriots?
Oh, is that how it was worded?
Yeah.
Look, let's be honest. I give them the edge because if it comes down to it, and they need to have a drive to win the game at the end, we've seen them do it before. And it's Tom Brady battling against Nick Foles. I know they're not going up against one another, but it's too big of a wild card for me to look at this game and think that, the Philadelphia Eagles are going to look like the Seattle Seahawks in Super Bowl 48. I mean, if you'll remember that game, that 2013 regular season for the Broncos, prolific. Peyton Manning had been to a Super Bowl before. He's won a Super Bowl before. So, they had some guys in that team who were experienced like that. They were the heavy favorites going into it. And then that game got off to an awful start for the Broncos. Seattle surprised everyone with a good defense, good running game, and a quarterback who I thought managed the game well, Russell Wilson. It kind of gives you a similar feel now. The difference is, this is the Patriots. We just don't see that happen, right? I mean, last year you might have thought in the third quarter versus Atlanta when they were down 28-3, maybe then you're like, all right, maybe this is going to be a blowout. Maybe this is the end of this reign or this dynasty that we've seen. No, they come back. They end up winning the game in overtime. So it's hard to fathom that the Eagles are going to win this game only because it seems like we've seen the Patriots be able to come back from insurmountable circumstances to win.
As someone who's played the position your whole life, basically, I would assume, how do you kind of describe why Tom Brady has been better his last 8 years versus his first 8 years? His first 8 years weren't bad, don't get me wrong. But even despite him being up in age for a football player, I think we can all say that his last 8 years have been better than his first 8, correct?
Yeah, and I think that's fair to say. And I think as a former player, you realize that. Early on, especially guys who have success early on in their career, I don't want to take away from what they're able to accomplish, but part of that's luck, part of that's the team they have around them, and the circumstances that they're walking into. it really is later on in your career, you understand what it's like to be a pro. You start to figure out your process as far as how you prepare not only your body, but your mind mentally in preparation for your game and everything else. And I think Tom's been able to figure that out. And then he's been able to kind of figure that out and tweak it and continue to make improvements and sprinkling things here and there. I think early on in his career, one of the things you saw was a lot more play-action pass and more shots downfield, and then mix in some of the screen game. And as things evolve in Tom Brady's career, where the Patriots feel like they can put more pressure on his shoulders, there's times when they spread it out the entire game. And it's quicker passes. It's him making quick decisions, him audibling, him checking, him doing things the line of scrimmage to get them the best possible play. And that kind of came more at the midpoint of his career. And now at this point, he's just out there playing. I mean, I can't imagine that he's really thinking, too much as far as, what they're doing out there, because he knows this offense so well. He knows what to anticipate with the defense. I mean, I ended up playing, 8 years. And I remember in the preseason,
What's up?
Last time I was out there still playing, everything felt like it was slow motion. And that, I can only imagine how he feels out there right now, given how long he's played and how successful he's done it.
Are you watching the Tom Brady documentary at all on Facebook?
I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to try to find some time to check it out. I heard it's only like 15 minutes per episode, so that actually makes it a lot easier to digest and try to find time for it.
Like, I want to know your opinion after you do, because we have like two groups here at the radio station. People like us, Waddle and I, we really like it. Like, and we appreciate greatness, and Waddle obviously has connections to the Patriots organization, and there are others at the station who, like we talked about with Notre Dame, who think we're just fawning over Brady, and anything that Brady gives us, we're just going to love. So, I'm interested in your opinion.
What's up, Joe?
What do you make of the way he trains? Is that something you believe in now, or is that only good for him?
No, I think it should be individual, depending on, what your needs are. I mean, obviously, that's one of his biggest things. I think, he's taken his training to another level where, he's not putting any undue stress on his body at this point in time, which is one of the reasons why
You got on YouTube?
has been checked before this ability. I mean, think about that.
Go ahead and subscribe, man.
You can't win championships and do what he's done if you're not on the field. So he's found a way to continually get, the results of being able to take a beating, but being able to kind of get back up, being able to move well enough at 40 years old in the pocket to be able to make those guys miss, get the throw off, and not get hit. I mean, a lot of that, too, comes down to decision-making and knowing when to get the football out of your hand, which goes back to the earlier point. And I can't imagine how slow the game is for him. But, I think quarterbacks, especially guys who are like him, they're just wired different. And then there's some, when you look at Tom Brady and how, he's kind of basically scheduled his life and sacrificed so much of his family time and personal time in his life to dedicate his time to football. He looks at everything as trying to improve it. It doesn't matter what it is. Like you're sitting there at the kitchen sink trying to load the dishwasher. He's probably looking at it saying, what's the most efficient way that I can load this dishwasher so I have more time to do something else? Like, he's just wired different than I think a lot of other people out there.
Brady, if the Eagles are going to come away victorious in this game, what are they going to have to do? What would be the key for I know it sounds simple, but what would be key for the Eagles to have to do to get past the Patriots?
To me, it's an entire team effort if you want to beat Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Because I feel like if you look at the AFC Championship game, defensively, they kind of had the right game plan, and really offensively, too, in the first half of that game, okay? It's going to be get off to a fast start. New England is 1-2 when trailing after the first quarter in Super Bowls. They're 4-0 when tied. And the weird thing about that stat is they haven't scored a first quarter point.
Right.
In the 7 Super Bowls they've been to, they haven't scored a first quarter point. So I think you have to get off to a fast start if you're Philly's offense. And then defensively, you have to continue to do what Jacksonville did in the first half, but you've got to continue that in the second half. So you've got to get hits, pressures, sacks. I think Jacksonville had 2 in the first half, none in the second half. And really, Philly, throughout the course of the regular season, they're number one as far as putting pressure on opposing quarterbacks. So they've got the ability to do so. But the biggest adjustment comes then in the second half. Because New England never stays the same.
Right.
Every single series, they give you something different. They're always adjusting. So they've got to find a way of handling a mix of tempo, a mix of personnel, or a mix of what they're going to be seeing from them. So that's going to be a lot of pressure, but they've got to be fluid and able to adjust. And I think the last thing is, if you're Philly, you cannot take your foot off the gas pedal.
Mm-hmm.
So even though those shots you're taking, those have to be calculated. You can't just be going up and throwing the football down the field a bunch and give Tom Brady extra possessions. But you've got to be aggressive, and you've got to take the opportunity to try to take your shots when you get them, because you can't allow Tom Brady to have the ball at the end of the game with a chance to win it.
Yeah, head-to-head, you mentioned it earlier, Brady versus Nick Foles is, obviously advantage Patriots. But based on what you saw from Nick Foles against the Vikings, threw for 350 yards and 3 touchdowns, do you expect him to handle this moment? Maybe not as well statistically, but not get lost in the enormity of this being the Super Bowl?
I think that's a big question, right? And I always wonder, I've never been in the position before, though, but it's like human nature. It's a 2-week buildup. Like, if this was the following week after an NFC Championship game, you're right into game planning. And so you're not focused on everything else. But with 2 weeks and the travel time, the downtime, like a weekend off, like, I wonder, is Nick Foles getting anxious? Is he feeling the weight of what he's about to try to do? Is he starting to, or is he starting to feel more prepared? Because he hasn't really had a chance to really get down rapport, chemistry, and timing, the things that you need to with your wide receivers, given that this is like a 6th start with this team this season. So I'll just be kind of curious to see how the beginning of the game starts. I think a lot of it's going to fall on Doug Peterson, and if he can give Nick Foles some of those easy confidence builders, screens, quick throws, the RPOs, the run-pass options they've been mixing on the 1st and 2nd down. I think if they start off strong doing some of that stuff, I think Nick Foles could have a heck of a day, but it's human nature to think with the build-up to this game, 2 weeks off, maybe he goes with a little bit of jitters, and that'd be completely understandable compared to the rest of his postseason performance this year.
Brady Quinn joining us. It's Waddle and Sylvie on ESPN 1000. We had you on when the Bears were in the midst of their coaching search. We have not talked to you since. They hired Mark Helfrich as their offensive coordinator, and I know you're close with a college game. What do you think of him? And I know you didn't cross over with Harry Heastand at Notre Dame, but he was very highly regarded the last several years as their O-line coach.
Yeah, I love Harry. I mean, again, never crossed paths with him, but as far as what he's done with a lot of guys who've gone there to be developed, and as far as how those guys have transitioned to the NFL, I mean, proof's in the pudding. I think you're going to see Quinn Nelson be top 10 this year. Michael McGlinchey should be a first-round pick. And as much as you want to give those guys credit for their hard work and everything they've done, to me, Harry's a big part of that. And I think, another stint with the Chicago Bears, I think this will be good for them. And they've got some good pieces up front to protect Mitchell. But as far as Coach Helfrich, I had the opportunity working at Fox with him because he, came in and he was a color analyst for a few games. So we have, before the year starts, this whole deal where everyone kind of gets together and we have a little seminar and whatnot. And just kind of talking to him and listening to him and having done a game before, talking to him when he was at Oregon, you just get the sense that he's a bright mind. I mean, he's creative, he's innovative, he's sharp. He gets to get on his feet. So I think he'll be able to adjust relatively easy to the NFL game as far as adapting to some of the things that he's going to have to deal with and do. I mean, clearly a limited roster size, so that changes some of the things that you look at, how you run an offense. The up-tempo stuff works at times, but you can't wear all those guys out, and sometimes you only have 4 active wide receivers. So those guys can't be out there in 10 personnel the whole day running around. But I think he's going to be a great fit for Mr. Trubisky. I really do. He just came off and struck me as a guy who's very bright, who gets it. I think he was good at what he was doing in broadcast, had a bright future in that. But you can kind of get the sense that his heart was always in coaching. So I think he's in the right place. And I personally love the hires by Matt Nagy this offseason.
By the way, speaking of broadcasting, we nominated you in our pre-show meeting to get the Thursday Night Football gig on Fox.
It'd be fun. Don't get me wrong. I would take that in a heartbeat. I'm not sure it's announced or if it's official or anything like that. And I don't really know, to be quite honest. I hear rumors of who the play-by-play may be. They haven't, I haven't heard any rumors of the analyst at this point. I've got some ideas about who I think it may be. But it would be incredible. It'd be an honor. It'd be amazing to be able to have the opportunity to do something like that. But I mean, Fox likes to make some splashes. So, it's probably going to be a guy that's got a Super Bowl ring. And it's obviously not Aikman. They've said that much.
Right.
But I've got my ideas of who it might be. I think it could be a guy like Kurt Warner, someone like that, who may transition over from NFL Network to call it.
Right,
so we'll see.
And if it's Kevin Burkhardt on the play-by-play, cough once.
It's tough because here's the deal: Fox has postseason baseball as well, and
right.
that's a huge piece of that. So, how do you go about, handling all of that? And Kevin calls football games as well. So it'd be a lot on his plate. They already said it's not going to be Joe Buck. It's a lot on his plate. So we'll see who it's going to be. I'll let you guys kind of stick with the guessing of who it will be. I think this person does a really good job, though, and they're a lot of fun to listen to.
Where are you watching the Super Bowl? Do you get together with family? Do you have to work? What are your plans?
Yeah, I've got to work. So CBS Sports, we're actually launching a digital network February 7th. So it'll start with signing day. I guess the final signing day, the second one now. But that starts February 7th. So we've been kind of rehearsing for that. But they've got a studio down here in Pompano Beach, Florida. So that's where I'll be for the game, watching it, then kind of giving some post-game analysis and cutting up some different videos and stuff for the website and for our digital network.
That's awesome.
Love having you on, Brady. Yeah. Keep up the great work. Thank you.
Thanks, Brady.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the Super Bowl.
You too. There's a Brady Quinn. We love having him on.
Yeah.
He knows college. He knows pro.
He's an excellent analyst.
Sounds very, very humble. How about this? When have Bulls fans ever been like almost unanimous on one specific topic? I mean, we've always sort of argued with C-Red Nation.
That the Jordan years were the best years in Bulls history?
Yeah. But I asked the question, are you happy with the Bulls Nico trade? Simple. Some people say, well, I didn't like them giving up a second-round pick. Some didn't like too much money coming back with the Sheik. But 90% of the people say yes, they're happy.
Do the 10%, if those are the ones that don't like having to take a Sheik's money or they didn't want to give up, do they understand that deal would not have been made unless those two aspects of the deal were, in fact, part of it? You're not getting that deal done if you don't take that contract, right, and if you don't give. I mean, if you read Casey Johnson and others that have said, look, the Pelicans agreed to take on the second year of that deal if you give us the second-round pick back.
Yeah.
That was part of the negotiation.
They had Pau Gasol, who they wanted to trade, and they got nothing for him. He ended up leaving via free agency. You know what they got back for Taj and McDermott. They got back one of the worst point guards we've ever seen, and they had to throw in a second-round pick to get that guy. So for me to give up Nico and a second-round pick for the very least a mid-first-round pick with the opportunity that it could be, later in the lottery, I'm good with that.
Look, we sat around and talked to one another several weeks ago about, do you just trade Nico for whatever you can get now, or do you wait to try to maximize your return?
Right.
Because you don't want to win too many games with it. Well, I think they played this one, in my mind, they played it in a very good way.
Right. And they lost big last night, and they're now on a losing streak, and Dunn, we don't know when he's going to return, and
Markkanen still isn't with the team, right?
I hope by the end of this that they will be in the top 5 of most ping pong balls with a chance to win the number 1 overall pick. Then success. You've identified Markkanen as a core piece. You have Levine,
who had his best game of the year last night.
You were encouraged with Dunn before the concussion. And if you get a top 3, top 5 pick,
we'll see.
Yeah. How about this from Stacey King? Did you see his tweet?
I did not.
All this talk about LeBron going out west. Did you see the report about Golden State?
That was just kind of, wasn't that somebody floating it out there that hey, LeBron could talk with Golden State if he wanted to?
I thought it was the guy was quoting his, people in LeBron's circles saying that LeBron would be open
to taking a meeting if they clear the max cap room.
They can't do that, can they?
Well, the path, the idea would be that they couldn't clear the cap space, but what they could do is do a sign and trade where they moved Iguodala and Klay Thompson back to the Cavs. Right. That was something they were interested in doing.
And then a lot of people say, why would Dan Gilbert ever do a sign and trade to help the Warriors even more? But
I would.
But LeBron could opt out and just leave you for another team. So would you rather have him go anywhere but Golden State, or have him go to Golden State and get Klay Thompson back?
Let me ask you, would you rather lose him for nothing as a free agent, or would you rather get something for him if you had pretty good intel he was going to leave anyway?
Yeah, you would probably want, but the rest of the people, the league would, people would be like, the league is unwatchable.
You know what? People might say that because they know you would feel pretty confident that the Warriors would win the title. But I think you kind of already feel that way anyway, and people are still watching.
I know, but at least there's the LeBron thing still, that he could go to another team to compete with them. Like, you would have the best player, second best player, top 5 player, all forming together.
That's fine. And the league may not be, happy about it, but Dan Gilbert can't worry about what the league is happy about. He's got to do what's best for his own franchise.
I honestly, though, was looking at that and thinking to myself, I don't think the Warriors are better with LeBron. With the way Durant and Curry kind of dominate the ball, and at LeBron's age, I don't think that's, for them long-term, trading Clay, he spaces the floor. His ability to shoot is exactly what Durant and Steph Curry need.
Yeah, I think LeBron makes
great.
Guys better around him.
No, he does. But does anybody on the Warriors need to be made better with what they have right now? I think Clay is a better complement to Steph Curry and Durant working together.
So you're saying that if you're Steve Kerr, you wouldn't take the meeting?
Yes. No. Not that I wouldn't take the meeting. I wouldn't want to trade Klay Thompson off my roster, who is, 8 years younger than LeBron?
Yeah, I think there's some nuance to the conversation that Jeff is talking about. I have
7 years.
I mean, look, how can you not admire what LeBron is doing even now at this age? I mean, he's having statistically his best year maybe ever, isn't he? I think that's a conversation. To me, it's not just a yes or no right away question. It's one that I would sit back and think about. I mean, look, is LeBron a better player than Klay Thompson? Of course he is. But does LeBron fit into that system?
I think LeBron fits anywhere. Like, he has always been a defer guy. He's never been a ball hog. He's never been a ball-dominant player. He's always been willing to defer, willing to pass.
But
willing to play any position. Willing to guard any position.
Yes, but who is going to be in the league longer, Klay Thompson or LeBron? How much longer is LeBron going to play at this level?
I know. How much longer is Tom Brady going to play at this level?
Different. Different.
How long do you expect LeBron James to be like a top 10 player in the league? You give him 4 more years? Is that, you think he's longer than 4 years?
3 years, 4 years, yeah. But I mean, if he would play with guys like that, does he even need to be?
But again, I think Klay Thompson's as great as LeBron is, he's not as good a shooter as Klay is.
It's an interesting point. I still side with LeBron.
You'd rather have LeBron paired with Durant and Steph.
Yes. I still think they're a better team that way. And then Stacey, this is what Stacey said. Gang, you want another hot take? All this LeBron talk going out west, but what if hypothetically the Bulls get a top 5 player to go along with Levine, Dunn, and Markkanen in his fascination with history, in chasing MJ, not to mention being in the East, enticed him to Chicago?
No. Now that I will.
There's no nuance
I
there?
can't. No. For me, no. Personally. I can sit here and listen to before this, I would sit down at a conference room table and I would take the meeting with Mellor to sell me on why keeping Clay and Iguodala is a better decision than trading for LeBron. Then I'd invite you in and I'd let you give me the LeBron deal as a really good deal pitch. And then I'd have to contemplate it. Some people make the deal right away. Some people would turn it down right away. Me, I'd have to take a deep breath and kind of do a deep dive of my own.
Bagley, Markkanen, Dunn, Levine, LeBron, championship.
Okay, now the other side of that conversation, that LeBron would want to execute Stacey's plan as he advertised it, I can sit here in my conference room without needing any of you to come in and I just say no, because I don't think that's going to happen.
He could bring Dwayne Wade back.
No. I just see the likelihood of no.
No.
Yeah. No. I'm telling you, I think that the Clippers could be a destination for guys a year or two out. I mean,
because you could get a couple of salaries.
You're getting a couple of big contracts. You're in Los Angeles. No, you're not the Lakers. I get it. But you're in L.A.
Yeah, who cares if you're the
the Lakers obviously have a greater tradition than the Clippers do.
What was the Patriots' tradition before Brady? You know what I mean? We always talked about the Patriots. Look what we did to the Patriots, 46-10. Steve Grogan.
I get it, but you know what? When we were talking about LeBron going to L.A. last year or leaving to go to L.A., it wasn't to the Clippers. It was to the Lakers, wasn't it? Well, now I'm saying to you, I could see the Clippers being a destination, whether it's Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, do you think Jimmy Butler's going to opt to stay in Minnesota?
Probably not.
So do you think, I think Jimmy would probably love to play
Oh, Jimmy would eat that
in
up.
Staples Center?
Jimmy would eat that up.
That's my point. Jimmy, LeBron, maybe Paul George. I'm just telling you that I think that the Clippers could be a pretty hot destination for guys going forward.
Mark Shanowski said great point Stacey made about chasing Jordan's legacy path to the final. It's much easier in the East. There's a Bulls guy. He didn't dismiss it like you, Waddle.
Well, they're smarter
He's
than I
telling
am.
me there's a chance.
I spoke with emotion. I didn't speak with any type of logic. I just said, no, I burped up. No, I don't say. I just don't think it's likely. Would I love to see LeBron with that group? Of course. Do I think that that's even remotely possible? No.
I feel like he'd be more inclined to go to the 76ers than, like, the Bulls, because they have Simmons and Embiid on the roster, if he's going to stay in the East.
Yeah, but what if the Bulls do get a top 3 pick? Or what if they have the number 1 pick?
Yeah, I still think Simmons...
Your choice of Doncic or Bagley
He's at Cleveland because it's where he grew up.
Yes.
I know that. I know. And he went to South Beach because it's Miami.
Correct. LeBron wants guys to be established star players already.
Does he want to go to the West?
I don't think he wants to go to the West.
May not even get to the finals.
I don't think he wants to go to the West. It's a matter of if his aspirations of being some type of global icon in L.A. are more appealing than...
You don't think that he would love to go to the Clippers and play with Jimmy and Paul George and whatever else they put together, and as Meller said, you're in L.A., your brand is as strong as any brand in all of professional sports, and now you're in the land of maximizing your brand?
Now you're no longer in the land, you're in the land of maximizing your brand.
Yes.
Where he gets to make movies whenever he wants because everyone shoots in L.A.
Sounds enticing. I know. Just food for thought. I thought I'd read it to you. Thought I'd read it. Shanowski's telling me there's a chance. Mark's a smart man. We had him
He's
on
a very
today.
smart man.
All right. Don't forget, we're under an hour to go here for your chance to qualify to win $1,000 today. Today is day 1 of 20K in 20 days. Be listening at 4:20. It's all brought to you by Great Clips, and it's just lunch. Be caller 20 when we tell you to. Store our number, 332-3776 in your phone, and when we cue you at 4:20 to call, be caller number 20.
Do I put it in my favorites? Is that what I do with an iPhone, or what do you do? If I want to store that number.
You can put them in your favorites.
Yeah, whatever works for you.
I just know what the cool kids would do.
Let's have some fun, and let's get into not Cousins' world, but Waddle's world.
It's that time again when we venture deep into the great unknown.
And in Chicago, Tom Waddle. He can't run, he's not fast, but he gets open.
A trip inside the mind of a multi-concussed former Bears wide receiver.
He caught everything that was thrown and took every hit that they could give him, and he had an all-time day in the use of smelling salt.
Buckle up, boys and girls.
Tom Waddle, every team wants to have a Tom Waddle. If I had a football team, I'd like to have a Tom Waddle on my team because you draw from that.
It's time to go inside Waddle's world.
Tom Waddle did have to use a lot of smelling salt.
That's right, John. Waddle's world. I thought we were going into Boogie Cousins' world today, not Kirk Cousins' world. You guys want to have a long, drawn-out discussion about Boogie?
I just say get well to Boogie.
Yeah. Waddle's World brought to you by the great people at Wintrust Community Banks. They are Chicago's banks. Find your nearest Wintrust Community Bank. Visit wintrust.com/find us. Member FDIC. Going back to LeBron for just a second as well. I don't think that LeBron has any problem at all, as has been evidenced by who he has been with the Cavaliers. Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love. I don't think he has any problem teaming up for a super team. I just don't think he wants to join one that's already built. I think he would like to be part of one.
Organizing it?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He wants to organize the Super Friends.
Correct. He doesn't, I mean, what? I got to go join Steph and KD?
He wants to be the Superman of the Super Friends.
Yes.
He doesn't want to
be Aquaman.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be Aquaman. I did see Bill Simmons tweet and theorize that this was leaked by LeBron's camp just to apply some pressure to the Cavs to potentially deal that Brooklyn pick for help this year. whether you believe that or
You know
not.
what? I go back to what I kind of lost my common sense approach about yesterday. Why do these guys feel like they have to send cryptic messages?
One of my followers suggested that
Is it a real one or a bot? Because you only
No, this is a guy who I talk to a lot. He's a P1. He listens to sports radio all the time. He's suggesting that LeBron is completely playing the media and loves to do this stuff. That he's probably sitting in the locker room and go, watch me get the media all stirred up. And then he'll Instagram a message like that. And he'll sit with D. Wade and go, all these guys are trying to...
Yeah, but what about all the crap that goes on with Kevin Love and we're having a team meeting and all that stuff?
Now, that could be real. I'm talking about, like, the Instagram subtweets.
I'm sure it draws attention to him and his brand,
Or
and
he's
it makes
having
him
fun,
relevant.
or he's just having fun with people.
No, but to what Waddle said, how does that get out of that team meeting? Well, LeBron might say something to someone. You don't think he's got writers' numbers in his phone? He can't just text someone and be like, hey, we just had a team meeting. We all went after Kevin Love and said he was faking sick.
I'm fine with all of the other stuff, but I'm just like, all the other things, like trying to motivate your teammates by putting inspirational, cryptic messages on the gram. Are you kidding me?
Meantime, did you see the report about where Derrick Rose was during his hiatus?
Peeing.
No, he wasn't peeing. Honestly, did you see this?
I did not.
This is Terez Owens. Is that where it came from? It's like Terez Owens had a report that he got married while he was gone.
Oh, he did. Congratulations.
Yes. That his girlfriend was pregnant, and before they had the baby, he wanted to get married.
Couldn't you have done that in the off season?
Or you could do it while playing too, can't you, on an off day?
So are you saying that I'm asking the question that he left the Cavaliers because he wanted to get married?
That's the way they phrased the report. Let me read it to you.
Now, I don't want to jump to that conclusion, but you're telling me that that is the insinuation that he stepped away from his commitment to the Cleveland Cavaliers because he wanted to get married?
That's right. That's what's been circulating on Terez Owens.
I don't buy that. Don't buy that.
Come on, here, I'll read it to you.
Like you just said, he could have gotten married on a Friday night on an off day.
Remember when the former MVP has decided to take time away from the Cavaliers and weigh his basketball future? Well, reportedly, he was just getting hitched. According to our source, Derek reportedly eloped with his longtime girlfriend, Elena, who is pregnant. Our insiders explained, quote, Derek and Elena wanted to start their family as a married couple. We're told that the wedding was small and private. At the time of his hiatus, former league MVP Rose claimed he was taking personal time to, quote, evaluate his future in the NBA, and that his numerous injuries were taking a toll on him mentally. Nope, he just needed to get married.
I can't.
That's this site.
I got it, but how do you interpret? What is your opinion? What is your, again...
Like you like to say that could be mutually exclusive. He could have been weighing his future, and while doing it...
In the meantime, got married.
Got married.
But it wasn't the pure motivation for stepping away.
Now, look, if he's walking around Macy's and Bed Bath & Beyond with the gun, registering for wedding gifts, and...
What do you mean with a gun?
With the scan gun.
Is that how you do it?
Yeah. You go and you scan each item you want.
That just shows you how old I am.
And then it goes into the
To the
computer.
registry?
To the registry.
Wow.
And if he's like, look, hey, Ty, I need time to register. I've got to get the invites out. I've got to go cake testing.
Stop. Then
I'll be back. If that's the real story, then that's for shame.
Arthur Blank was not happy that Robert Kraft put 283 diamonds in the Patriots' rings. After New England came back from a 28-3 deficit to beat the Falcons in last year's Super Bowl, Patriots owner Robert Kraft celebrated that comeback by putting 283 diamonds in his team's Super Bowl rings. Everything they do with purpose.
Yeah, we knew this, for 28-3.
Yeah. Falcons owner Arthur Blank not amused. He told the New York Times that he found it unnecessary and tacky that Kraft would put 283 diamonds in the ring as if to mock the Falcons for the biggest blown lead in Super Bowl history.
Well, then run the ball.
I said to Robert, you didn't have to do the 28-3 in the ring. Blank said, it kind of pissed me off.
Stop him.
I'm with you. I think he should have focused his ire at his offensive coordinator, Kyle Shanahan. Said, what are you guys doing throwing him? You know? That's what I say. Here's a good story. I saw the picture. We mentioned it earlier. Steelers linebacker Ryan Shazier has been released from the medical facility he was in. There was a picture of him and Big Ben that was put on the gram, I think. It wasn't put on the gram? I think that's what it was, or was it tweeted out?
I'm not sure where it was.
He's standing next to Ben with his arm around Ben, and it's just, it's very promising to see that. Shazier discharged from the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center Rehabilitation Facility and will transition to outpatient care, the hospital has announced. Shazier, who is recovering from that December surgery to stabilize his spine, can live at home and travel to and from a facility for his recovery. It's according to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler. It's a good story.
Big time.
Yeah. The Pelicans' pursuit of ex-Sun center Greg Monroe has gathered steam, as we talked about earlier. Not only have they traded for Nico Mirotic, but it looks like they're looking to add Greg Monroe. What else do I have for you? This was an interesting story. Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers seemed to be a bit surprised by the departure of his quarterback's coach. Quote, I think this was on, yes, it was Golic and Wingo this morning.
This was big.
I thought that was an interesting change, really, without consulting me. Rodgers told Golic and Wingo about Alex Van Pelt, whose contract expired. Quote, there's a close connection between quarterback and quarterback coach. That was an interesting decision.
Why wouldn't they consult with him?
I don't know.
Like the Bears made it important on the Trubisky relationship with a new head coach.
Because Trubisky's better than Rodgers. So that is...
LeBron's coming to Chicago and Trubisky's better than Rodgers. We're doing a fantasy show today.
I don't know. I think that is odd. That is odd. I wonder how much conversation in the past that Rodgers and McCarthy have had about Alex Van Pelt, and maybe a month or so ago they had a conversation and McCarthy may have said to him, I don't know, there may be some, I don't know. I'm just speculating. I don't know if he's saying there was never any discussion at all that they'd go in a different direction, or there wasn't any discussion right at the moment they decided to let him go.
I think your star quarterback gets to say who his quarterback is. If you're a star like that, I mean...
I would think so. I just don't know how much conversation
they sort of fight, don't they?
Yeah, if you believe what you hear, rumor-wise.
And don't you always say that, like, the Cutler stuff was always because he wasn't that good, and him and Aaron sort of have the same sort of vibe?
I've kind of been led to believe that they have similar personalities. One is more tolerable than the other for obvious reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
One is a brilliant football player. Arguably one of the... I would say Aaron Rodgers is one of the top 10 quarterbacks of all time. I know he only has one Super Bowl ring.
I think that's easy. I think that easily he's top 10.
Some would argue with you and say, listen, his performances in the postseason may be check marks against him some, but I personally would put him in my all-time top 10. Now, again, I didn't watch a lot of Johnny Unitas and Bart Starr and some of the older prolific quarterbacks.
Otto Graham.
Him as well. Just me. Major League Baseball says all 30 teams will have protective netting by opening day.
Very good.
Push for more safety measures comes after incidents where fans have been injured by foul balls or bats that have gone into the stands, including a horrible scene last year in New York with that one-year-old girl. I believe what was announced is that the Nets will go at least to the end of the dugouts on both sides.
Yes. The Cubs and Sox both had made that announcement before MLB announced it, that they would go to the end of the dugout. Some are going to go longer, but every team will at least go to the end of the dugout. Remember, too, Addison Russell likes to throw his bat.
I don't think he likes to, but it gets away from him quite a bit.
He does it quite a bit.
Yeah.
And a flying bat is not good as it heads over the dugout. Now you'll have net protection.
You don't want lumber flying at you like that. You just don't. You don't want that. Some notes from the Super Bowl in wake of last year's jersey theft. The NFL will monitor media presence in the locker rooms. Do you remember where they found that jersey last year?
Mexico. That was a great story.
I believe the FBI found it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was just a good caper.
Halftime performer Justin Timberlake says he won't let his son play football. Not only will there not be an NSYNC reunion, he said he would not allow his son. Said if Timberlake was asked by a reporter today if he would, quote, support it if his son Silas wanted to run some routes and get to the NFL. Timberlake responded, he will never play football. No, I mean,
Never.
yeah, it's kind of like that thing where my main objective is that he become a great person, and if he wants to get into the arts or sports, then yeah, I would fully support that. I don't know what that means. He kind of waffled at the end, but...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So let's say, like, Illinois just banned tackle football till 12. Is that what it is?
I don't... Did that go through?
I think it did, or it's the Dewerson law. Double check to see if that officially went through.
Hey, that would surprise me if it was mandated in the state of Illinois, if that's the case.
So, and you have said that your suggestion would be no tackle football till freshman year of high school.
I could be convinced of that for sure. If the doctors told me that, listen, I'd sit in my conference room and I'd allow my doctors to come in and talk to me, and if you could pitch me a good case, I'd be more than happy to make that determination.
It will be a tougher decision for parents to make. Let's say if your child grows up playing flag football for all these years till they're 14, and they're good.
Yeah.
And they catch everything in sight, but they've never played tackle. They have this skill, they have this love. If you were against, quote, tackle football, do you then let them play when they enter high school? That's going to be an interesting debate.
It is. There's no doubt. I think it definitely there is. Brent Novoselsky, who played for the Bears and then played for the Minnesota Vikings, weighed in, I think, on the Dewerson rule conversation and said, look, his son, he didn't allow him to play tackle football until he went to high school as a freshman, and it didn't stunt his growth as a player. He earned a scholarship to Western Michigan, a full scholarship to him, and he's been a contributing member of their team as an offensive lineman, I believe.
The Novoselskis went to Niles North High School.
That's correct. So, Tinder discriminates against users over 30. Tinder's pricing model discriminates against people over 30. A California appeals court has found Tinder Plus, the dating app's premium services, charges people over 30 $19.99 a month. Not a bank breaker, but a slightly higher fee than the $14.99 or $9.99 they charge people under 30 for the same service.
We now have the answer to the question, what does Tinder have in common with Major League Baseball? They discriminate over 30.
There you go. There's some collusion involved? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yesterday on Jimmy Kimmel, Guillermo, do you know who Guillermo is? It's like it's Paige, sidekick, so funny.
I don't watch late night television.
Kimmel's great. Guillermo went and he taped the bit on Media Day. He was the one asking Belichick why he doesn't smile a lot, and they put the package together. Guillermo asked one of the Patriots players, do you use Tinder? During Media Day. It was funny.
Yeah.
I guess
You stay up late, don't you?
I do. I stay up usually till about 11:30 now.
Yeah.
That's why I
usually watch the Science Channel or Discovery Channel. I don't know why, but that's kind of my...
Watch the Science Channel or the Discovery Channel.
What's that?
Nothing.
What did he say?
Was that your snobby voice?
Yeah.
That's not about being a snob. That's just about...
watch the Science Channel, the History Channel. I'm Tom Waddle. With the G in front.
The history.
Esquire. I'm G. Thomas Waddle, Esquire.
No, I don't have a law degree either. I just like
Thomas
watching
Waddle's
how about What on Earth, where they take satellite pictures of different things around the world, and then they go and they investigate them. I think that's cool. You don't like this?
No, we're just talking. He's talking about watching late night TV, and you're like, sorry, I don't watch late night TV. I watch the Discovery Channel.
Too sophomoric with me.
I'm watching Planet Earth.
God
and
forbid
learning
Waddle
about
watch something interesting and learn something.
Ooh.
That's
If we told you it was possible to earn around $72,000 per year and all you need is a smartphone with a decent camera? The catch is you need to be willing to appeal to a booming fetish on Instagram. That's how they lead you into the article, and then they tell you, welcome to the lucrative online economy of foot.